Yeah. I think it takes about a minute. Right, we are going, apparently it says... oh, go on, sorry. Oh, what you do? Yeah, it said the same to me, mate. Literally click off, it'll then come back up with ready up on it. And then go back down to spectating, it'll do it for you. If it says spectating and then it says the session, that's what it did for me. Did you press A when you clicked on spectating? Or B? Couple of technical difficulties here. I'll fire a little intro and then we'll deal with this, guys. I'll get on the action at the moment. We are in Q1. Welcome to RRF1 Sunday Night Race Night. Pos here and Beer. That was ruined my intro that we were going to do. Beer, leave session, jump back in. Leave and jump back in. And then I'll let you click spectate again. There you go. Anyway, guys, forgive us for that. Twitch just being an absolute silly beggar at the moment. But welcome to Britain. RRF1 back in town. 17 drivers here, ladies and gentlemen, which means you are correct in seeing this correctly. There is going to be a Q1 for the second week running. We've got a good showing. It is Pos and the racing guru himself, who cannot see any racing as of yet. Beer and Kebab, go on, Beer, have an intro while this game is just being
well, hello there to the shit game. It's BK on the Xbox, Beer and Kebab, the racing guru. Welcome to Sunday Race Night, and I'm stuck on a pre-race screen at the moment. For some reason, I cannot get into this game. Right, so do I spectate? It's got it again, session in progress. So what do? I don't know, I can get in here.
Can it say click on spectating?
Yeah, I can. Ah, something might be happening now.
That's what it did the first time to me, and then it's fucking stupid, man.
I think it's actually, Codemasters getting revenge after my mini rage at them a couple of days ago.
You annihilated them.
Yeah, but, so there we go.
After what I would say, Beer, after a couple of absolutely scintillating performances from these guys, racing of the absolute highest caliber, we are here today as we've found one of the most treacherous circuits on the eSports, or eSim, shall we say, racing calendar, of course. We are here today at the home of motor racing at the British Grand Prix of Silverstone. Do not tell the directors of Monza that. But yeah, Silverstone, obviously me and you have both done it this week, both been relatively successful, yourself a bit more than myself. What do you reckon, obviously, for the spectators, that these guys are going to be struggling with, or what would you kind of, in your own view, kind of advise people about it?
Well, first of all, quick audio check from Site Zany who's watching the stream. I need to know whether I'm in Dalek speak mode or not. Secondly, can't call this game esports. It is nowhere near esports, but that's not worry about that.
The sarcastic rant.
Yeah,
the completely sarcastic Kai straight off the bat.
Thirdly,
26.8, sorry.
The key thing is, I don't know, I'm trying to think. It's tyre wear. Tyre wear's an issue. It's a one-stop if it stays dry, and it actually is a fairly comfortable one-stop if it stays dry. If it rains, can of worms. We found that out on Friday night, where the rain came almost too late for the medium tyre starters. In fact, it came too late for Forrester, who popped a tyre waiting for the rain to come. The track itself, there's lots of runoff areas. Turn one at the start. We always say turn one at the start of any Grand Prix is bad, but for this race it's particularly bad because it's a sweeping right hand which guys take it almost flat out, and it is a disaster waiting to happen for several people. So turn one's critical. When they're racing, also turn one is flat out. You don't lift off. You just get the line right. You've got to switch to the inside of the track quickly. Also, I found a lot of people seem to struggle for some reason coming out of cops as well. People running wide. What I do, I just quickly, I just literally flick down to 7th, back it to 8th. Literally, flick down, flick up, and that allows you just to slow the car enough down so you can fly through the corner but hardly lose any speed. You literally lose a couple of miles an hour. Because otherwise you can get caught up going towards Mackett's and Beckett's. And also, one thing for the guys to watch out tonight is if you're getting lapped and you're getting blue flagged, try and pick a safe spot to move out of the way. We had a few shenanigans on Thursday night.
Yes, we did, and obviously the person in question, incredibly sorry about it. But you know, but then it happens, and you know, at the end of the day, we are all humans, of course.
Well,
Beer, Mike,
learn,
good.
yeah.
Mike, good. By the way, Beer.
Yeah,
Interruption
that's
there, good performance.
No,
We've got good, Mike. And
yeah, I'm watching the chat at the moment.
I am going to change my batteries quickly, Beer. Give me one moment, please.
Oh, that's okay.
I should have done this before. Here we go.
Got how many cars? Is that actually 20 drivers out there, or is that a couple of people who are AI? I don't know. But anyway, the world title between Towley and Robbo, and of course Bingley would be looking to put in a good show. At the moment, you've got to say, judging on the current form, the races between those three. You can't discount anybody else out, but I'd say the races between those three at the moment. So we're looking to see what happens. Kai at the moment has set the fastest lap in Q1, 1:26.8. Let's see what tyres Kai's on actually.
Everybody at the moment, I believe.
That was on the softs as well. That was on the softs. Yeah.
Because obviously with Q1, Q1 reminds me a little bit of Q3, but with the kind of different aspect of the tyres that you do still keep the tyres from Q1 as opposed to Q3. It's almost like a throwaway session just to kind of. Well, I say throwaway session, but these guys are actually going to get eliminated if they don't get their acts together. Just to answer your question, but I did hear through the telly, because obviously the headset was... It's 17 drivers we've got today, but Swanee, Colt and WR Thomas
17.
Not in participation today. Hopefully they'll be back very soon. I just want to, as well, I did promise Bear I'd do this right before the stream started off. Everyone in the comments, guys, congratulate Bear. He has hit 50 followers, and he can now start earning pennies, so everyone go and follow... In fact, what I'll do, I'll actually be very... Oh no, I can't, because I'll get banned for putting a link in the chat when I get banned off my own chat. Apparently we can't use hyperlinks.
No, you shouldn't be.
Oh no, I did. I fiddled with the settings and got Scotty a 2-minute ban through the F3 race. It was hilarious. Robbo, 1 minute 26.7. We were on board with him through that lap, as you were talking about the championship race. Has tightened up significantly. 6 points, I believe you said, wasn't it? 6 between Robbo and Towley.
It's pretty damn close. I'm going to just actually bring up the league table, and I'm going to stick it in the chat. It will look a bit daft, but trust me.
Can you actually do that? I'm being serious. I've never actually known that to happen. I'm not sure if you can put that in. If you can do that, that's brilliant. Just give the guys something to kind of look back at.
It will take me a couple of minutes because I have to literally look at the league tables and then quickly type it out into a text document and then cut and paste it and stick it in the chat.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the level of what RRF1 will bring you on a nightly basis.
Well, no, it's you can't put pictures in the Twitch chat. Well, at least I haven't found a way of doing it. You can put emojis in it and whatnot and links, but you can't put pictures in because otherwise I'll just take a picture and cut and paste it.
Well, you've been talking about the heavy hitters of all come into play. Towley, Bingley and Robbo now top the charts immediately. 126.2,
yeah. Right, anyways, I am going to scroll down about 1,000 posts to find out the current league tables. Talking of which, the league table for Division 3 is wrong because they've got unique shots down as a... well, not as a Williams driver.
They put them as they put Pennell's and shots in the wrong cars. I think Scotty acknowledged that. He's already sorted it. We just need to kind of correct that for next week. So we have got... go on, what's up?
No. So I just clicked up. I'm just clicking up the. Oh, there we go. I was clicking up Division 3 championships. Right, the current standings are Rob at the moment on 169, Towley on 163. Then we have a 64-point gap then to Bingley on 96 and Sykes Zane on 69. Of course, Zane had a great drive last week. Could have had a podium.
Driver of the day, of course.
Penalty countback, wasn't it? That killed him.
Well, he was going to win, wasn't he? He was on course for the win, and obviously, as you mentioned, penalty countback literally ended.
Towley got the win in the end,
from third, which was rather amazing. But what we have then, ladies and gentlemen, is ourselves a Q1. Now, this is quite a vital session for most people. Mainly, I'd say, probably out of pride for the majority of them, because this field is so tightly spread, shall we say. Anybody, probably, with the exception of, I'd say, the top 3, Beer, we're going to go that loose, are in danger of being knocked out at this qualifying. I mean, we've seen the likes of Robbo get knocked out in Q2. We were actually laughing and joking about that in the pre-race party. Yeah. And obviously, we saw Towley the other week struggling.
Yeah, I do have something to say about Robbo. I'm wondering, and this is to put it out there, Robbo, if you watch the stream back later on, have you bottled it? Have you bottled this season? You're leading the championship. However, you'd finished in the podium position in every race up until last week. Last week, did the pressure finally get to you? That's
We've
the
known
question I
Rob
want to ask
for
you.
many, many moons, and I think you may have just lit a spark. Will we see it though?
Is
obviously
he?
You've got revitalised Bingley, and Towley's on absolute fire, and obviously for the look of it, Kai's up there. Beer, 8 people in the 26s. Make that 9.
There's all sorts of things going to happen here. I'm wondering if Rob should change his game attack to RRF1 bottle job. That's what I'm wondering.
No,
we'll find out after this race.
There's another, remember WR bottle job? I'm sure Robert would love to be associated with that guy.
Yeah, that cock womble.
That was amazing. That's where the 20 pence to call someone who gives a fuck comment originally came out from, wasn't it, when he lagged out of the race, and he said that famously on stream, and everybody's jaw just dropped. At the moment then, Clutchy, the only one who really needs to drop a really big improvement. He is currently running at a 1 minute 31.9, Sniper half a second off Jono. So there are a few people who can really use the improvement. Sniper's come on tally with it. Oh my bloody Jesus!
120, 126, 1.
Quicker.
I can't. What time? I can't think. What times are we doing in our races? I can't think. I think it's 128s. I think it was, or 127s. Maybe I can't remember.
High 27. F2, sorry, was I think 27.4, 27.5. F2 and F3 were a lot closer to what we usually were. The times were really in conjunction for a change.
That's 5/10. That's half a second quicker he's banged in that lap. Bingley's going out again, by the way. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for. I want to see what Skillen does, because he can be quite quick. He's a bit hot and cold, shall we say? But he's potentially very quick. He's had some. From what I've seen the last 2 or 3 races, he's had some great battles. Skillen had a bit of a disastrous one at Canada.
Yeah, rotten luck as well.
Battles and crashes.
Like Zane.
Yeah.
And Big Hairy Jock is back.
Cut off then.
Not drunk. Go on, Beer. Sorry, he turned up drunk last night. It was hilarious.
Son, yeah, it's big hairy cock there. Nice to see you, my man. Go
on, Beer. Cut off.
Going to go out for another run.
Skillen is coming out, by the way. He's on his outlap, so we'll keep an eye BDI peeled on that later.
You know, it's pretty tight. I'd say only guys who are under 1 minute 27 are going to feel fairly comfortable at the moment. So look how tight it is. You've got, when we go down from, say, 3rd, 10th, there's 3/10 of a second.
4 tenths between 2nd and 12th.
I'd say anyone who's, I think to the max is on the cusp. I'd say that to the max, Cookie, Ben, it's around about there somewhere.
Come out in Q1 again. Oh, actually, no, it's Q1, isn't it? So top 15 go through. Top 15 go through, I think it is. So still, you wouldn't feel safe, would you?
Oh, I think sub 27. I mean, if this was Q2, I'd say bloody hell, 120. Even if this is Q2, even Bingley will be going back out with the 120, because there's that little gap between 2nd and 12th. 3/10 barely.
Just Q2 is going to be explosive, you'd say. But no, once again, just going back to your shout out, because obviously we had some amazing lap times coming booked in by the top guys. But yes, guys, Beer has been grinding away. I think he's only been doing this for 3 weeks again, so phenomenal speed to get him to 50 followers, peeps. We want to get him up to 100, and then we want to get you to 150, and then 200, and then a couple of tenors here and there, and then we want to get you a £100 check sent out, which takes 45 fucking days to come. Moving on.
Well, something that I'm going to add also, and I'll add later on during the stream. It's some selfless plugging here for me and Pos. We both have Game Pass, and we have had a great idea. We're going to do some co-streaming on games. So if you want to see 2 people play the likes of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, for example, extremely badly, rage and wet ourselves with laughter, come and watch us. We're going to do it. We're not sure when, but we are going to do it, amongst other games as well. Forza Horizon, we're going to do some of that as well. There's all sorts. All the games on Game Pass, we will make it our mission to do as many of them on stream as we can.
You heard it right there, folks. Skillen, no!
Now, has he been binned out? I'm not sure what's happened there.
Disconnected. Right.
Right. Can I?
I'll bring him back in, mate. It doesn't stop it anymore.
Okay.
Remember back in the day when we used the middle button and it shut the stream down? They were fun days, weren't they?
Yes.
Who have we got watching then tonight? Let's have a look here. We've got 8 at the moment. 8 viewers. We have got Jock Hainesy's watching. Amazing. I reckon if he's got the same setup as you, mate. He's currently driving around track at the moment, so he should probably keep more than one eye on the track, I'd say.
Yeah.
So we've also got.
Oh, the race is going to be dry, by the way.
Is that what Syke said?
Put up there. Dry and quali end race. So it'll be a one-stopper.
Good God! Someone's watching my stream from ages ago. You'll remember this guy, Beer. Ivy Live from the WOR days in spectate mode.
Oh, I can't remember that name, mate, to be honest. I can barely remember yesterday. At my age, you tend to lose the plot on an hourly basis.
See, that's why Beers agreed to stream me after I went absolutely off at him for absolutely no reason. Fucking after he streamed.
Oh no.
That was funny.
I'm holding that one. I'm holding that one back. Shout out to Lennon. Nice to see you on board.
Lennon watching as well. Good to have you back here, Lennon.
Lennon's watching.
Really, really unfortunate race for Lennon. He did really, really well at the start, but obviously the tyres dropped off really, really early for him. Which was, and then obviously the rain literally fucked everybody up in a nutshell. I don't know if Skillen's got back in, but if he does get back in, mate, he's going to be out of qualifying here. He needs to get himself back in quick. In fact, he's out. Skillen's gone.
Yes, it's between Sniper and Clutchy then. Clutchy's only done one lap. Is he out at the moment? Yeah, Clutchy is out at the moment in the Red Bull.
He is on quite a quick lap. Oh, is that an invalidation there by Clutchy? I don't know. But we've got Skillen. Oh, he did get back in but retired. So Skillen is in the session, so that's a good thing to see. Sup, Ivy, man. It's been officially 2 years since you followed me, man. Pretty much 2 years to the day, so thank you very much for keeping us going. I have a special stream with King Chris, by the way, plugging this, on the 23rd of March, being 7 years in league racing. What the fuck have I done in my life? But yeah, and Clutchy's got through. Clutchy's in. Right, so Clutchy with a 27-0 comfortably through. Now, right, Sniper, Jono and Johnny Bravo.
Sniper's out. Yeah, Sniper's okay. He's up in sector 2 at the moment with 3 tenths up.
That'll put him through. Ooh, that's going to be close here. And we've got Jono as well. Johnny Bravo's retired. Now, this could be a mistake.
That's risky. That's risky.
That's really risky. Is that going to be enough for him? Sniper is 3 tenths up. That'll put him into 14th, 15th. He's through.
Yep.
Jono.
Well, can Jono do? Jono can take it back now. Jono's been his lap, so that's it. We've lost Jono and Skillen from Q1.
Jono's still trying to find his feet on the wheel, but of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. He's got the wheel, hasn't he? Yeah. But that was a brave call by Johnny Bravo to retire his car.
Oh.
With Sniper and Jono. Yeah, that was wow. You know.
We had one of them last week, didn't we, as well, Bear, with Robbo, literally cutting it so fine in Q2 last week in Austria, managing just to get into 10th position. Remarkably close. But I guess you take the gamble, as you said last week, my man, and it pays off for you perfectly. But yes, as Beer said...
This is absolutely unbelievable. I'm looking at the timing screen. We have got 4 tenths of well, just under half a second between 2nd and 14th. That's how competitive this race is going to be tonight. That is astonishing. That is astonishing.
But it's also quite interesting as well for the fact that Towley is so far out in front. Have people got more to give, or is this going to be another rampant win for Towley, making it his 5th of the season?
It's interesting. Yeah, we'll be interested to see. It's Q3 when we're going to find out. Like Q2, most of these guys will be hoping to do just one run because they just want to get one nailed lap on their set of tyres, whether it's the softs, whether it's the mediums they're going to go out and do qualifying on. I expect to see quite a fair amount of split strategies tonight. Some runners will start on the mediums, go to about lap 18, switch over, do the softs for the final 8 laps. Vice versa, some will start on the softs, pit around about lap 10, lap 11. And then, hey, Lennon, do us a favour, give us a follow on Beer and Kebab. You know it makes sense. Thank you very much. Much obliged if you do. But yeah, qualifying's over, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think we'll see the true pace in Q3. Of course, we might be doing Towley a missed service. He might just quite simply be that much quicker.
Indeed. Oh, for God's sake, I actually managed to kind of get my spelling wrong on the comments, standard pause. So very, very close qualifying, as Beer said, literally just over half a second between 2nd and 14th. This is going to mean that Q2 is going to be completely and utterly mental, as always, but Jono misses out literally by 6/100ths of a second, just under, and of course Skillen, who you'd imagine would have got through, but obviously with disconnection issues, does mean that Skillen will be starting from 17th. Is it a blessing? Is it a curse? Probably a blessing, knowing Britain turn 1.
Haynes has now said in the chat we've got rain for Q2. Zany was saying dry quality and race, and Haynes has come on saying that apparently rain on Q2. It is raining. Psych, I do believe you're talking bollocks. It is raining. Cheers, Leonard. Yeah, I'll just type it in there.
Yeah, you do. I've literally put it. I've actually put it on there already, but yeah, my message was gibberish, so yeah, probably do better. No, don't apologise for your poor performance, mate. There's Bears. Literally, Lennon, all you need to do, mate, click on Bears' Twitch name and it'll take you to his profile, so just do it that way. Mate, everybody's... This is the fucking easiest way to do it. Everyone has actually gone straight onto intermediates. We've got no brave little boys here tonight. Everybody is just going to grin it and bear it.
The track at the moment doesn't look too bad.
As Unique Shots has said, it was a blessing for him on Thursday, and you've got a new follower, Bear. There you go, that's how you do it. Like, I've got no problem with people coming into my streams and getting followers from it. This is what the community and Twitch is all about. You know, you get people, Bear, that are... It's still DRS, by the way, curious. This reminded me of... Oh, there you go, it's gone.
Disabled now, disabled now, yeah.
Literally, but, like, I love this part. Like, you see, Bear, don't you, people... Well, while these guys are just on outlaps, we've got about a couple of minutes just to have a chat, but people get really, really butthurt in this community when they're like, oh, he's trying to... fucking bum off my success. Mate, me and Bear have known each other for years. But then you still get people who have known each other for years, who have fallen out, we've seen it firsthand, who try and literally ride your coattails to try and get to where you are. Man, I couldn't give a shit if they ride my coattails. Fuck, everybody try and get followers off me. It's a fucking community. The more people that have followers similar to yours, you can then obviously get spread round by word of mouth. It's a thing that really, really grinds me. You know what I mean, when people do that. But anyway.
Well, I mean, it's something where basically the more people that stream on Xbox, the more people that are encouraged to stream on Xbox, does the whole gaming community a whole world of good.
Yes.
It also aspires people to do better themselves. I mean, you look at the top streamers from PC, like you're talking Shroud, you're talking Dr. Disrespect, you're talking guys like Chaka Taco, Summit 1G. These guys started where we started from, with no viewers, and they built up their viewer base by providing good content, by providing good banter, good chat, a few freebies chucked in, and also they co-hosted each other.
Yep, that's the key point. That is the key point.
Yeah. Right, Sykes on the fast lap now.
By the way, Bear, you got a new follower, Ivy, 52. There you go.
Thank you, Ivy. Much appreciate, my man. Welcome to Beer on Kebab. I'm not sure when I'm going to stream F1 again, possibly next week. And Unique Shots is there as well. Yeah,
we do NBA together, so we're doing a code. We do,
He's just started streaming, yeah. Not sure I'm going to be streaming again. F1 possibly next Friday. Certainly.
You're relieved next Friday.
Battlegrounds.
But Rara's back next Friday, so we'll give that one to Rara. If you want to, mate, if you're free Sunday, you can do that. I'll go commentate with you.
Yeah, I'll do the Sunday. There we go. You heard it first on Positive Guys Twitch channel. Make sure you subscribe to him, of course. And I will be streaming next Sunday. There we go.
Now that we're going to get each other's tongues out of each other's arse, we have got a flying line.
Yeah, get back to the race now.
Gobble gobble. So I'm never saying that again.
Like Sykes on the fast lap. He actually invalidated his first lap. He's gone again.
Kai, we've got Kai going at the moment. So Kai is currently the first one round. He is coming around Sector 3, just starting Sector 3 now. So
135 perhaps for wets or something. I don't know. 136.
Oh, bloody hell,
Kai does. That was close. Man just got out of the way. It's like only just.
I want to get much closer, mate. Oh, what the hell have I done here? Ah, right, I've hidden the UI. I've just realised you can actually hide the UI if you just want to watch for pure racing. I used to do that accidentally, but that might come in handy.
Let's see what the interest. I said about 135, 136 possibly. It's a bit lower than that actually. 138.8. Oh, kind of wobble there.
38. Oh my god! I looked up and I just saw Kai wobbling around the corner. That's a 38.
Right, smoke space. In smoke space in sector 3. Last couple of corners.
There's a car in front of him. I don't know if that's going to be a faster time. We'll obviously find out now when they cross just in front. So we do have smoke spaceman, as Beer has quoted, coming round, and he does his lap and goes 1:39.0. Still pretty close. Still pretty close. Cookie chip.
Straight towards.
Cookie chip 38.4. Bingley, you said, yeah. We'll get on Bingley, so he'll be the next one to watch. We'll stick TV pod because that camera's a fucking sack of shit.
He comes into Croft to the club. Last two corners.
Beer will be doing the names of corners because I only know Maggots, Beckett's and Hanger Straight. And Wellington Straight, the other one. I don't know many more than that. I know all the names, I just kind of misplace them. Almost like a pissed up crossword.
1:37.6, quickest so far.
That's quick. 6 temps up on Syke. Remember how close Syke was to the top, to the rear end of Bingley, pretty much the whole way through the race. Clutchy, putting in a clutch lap, ironically, there, Beer. And in Q1, managed to get himself into 10th position in the end.
Yeah. That's with 1:38, but I think, 1:38.5. Towley is in just coming out of Sector 1.
And Towley's still 38.6. Towley, by the way, is not a fan of the wet weather in here. He had problems Oh, Clutchy was on a fucking outlap after all that. Jesus Christ. So AJ, we'll go back on Towley. See if I think Towley usually does 2 runs. No, he's on 0 ERS. So
message from Haynes: heavy rain in 5 minutes. So now's the time to get the laps in.
Get your laps in.
We could be switching to wets, yeah, before the end of the qualifying.
So the likes of
which
Benny,
will be slower lap times.
Benny's come back in. Benny's thrown his lap away, and Haynes, ironically, is telling people this heavy rain in 5 minutes while he's sitting in the garage, keeping himself dry, no doubt.
Right, Towley, mate, coming towards sector 3.
Let's go this here. On TV pod just for that particular one. He
coming
is
down
still,
the hang straight.
I believe he's good. Yeah, he's having another go, mate. He's a second, 1.1 down on his lap at the moment, so hopefully Towley will be getting back round. And
there's a runner behind.
Justice. Let's have a
Matt. No, Matt's not on the hot lap.
I think we've got Towley. Have we got Johnny Bravo? Yes, Johnny Bravo. Hot lap is currently going. Yeah. Robbo as well.
Robbo coming up well into the straight, coming towards left field. He needs to nail this really, because I say the rain is getting heavy. You can see it.
Psych, mate, having problems in intermediate conditions again, isn't he? Remember we had that kind of same incident when he was on the Inters, and he actually commented on the stream about, I think it was either last week or the week before, when he was having issues. But however, second place, if you don't like it, is not bad. So, well, very good actually. I'd usually expect to be last if I don't like something, but as we move forward, we're watching Johnny Bravo come around to complete his lap. That's a 39.5. I don't think that's going to get the job done. Well, it will do if the other cars aren't as quick, but I can really doubt that.
Robert's just coming through Maggotts, Beckett's and Chapel.
On board with Rob there.
Just exiting Chapel to come on to the hanging straight.
Underrated corner, that part of Beckett's, isn't it? Really, really difficult to nail. You cock up one part of them 4 or 5 corners, your lap time is completely and utterly goosed.
That's right. That's right. As it comes round past Stowe towards Vale and Club, the last 2 corners. When I go to the British Grand Prix and that, all testing, this is where I sit, by the way. I sit between Stowe and Vale.
Hell of a place. It's one of the, I'm guessing, forgive me for being a complete unknowledgeable prick, I'm guessing that's the final complex, if I'm correct.
138.3, 4th for Robbo.
And he's immediately been beaten by Kai. Yeah. Kai 37.6, keeping Bingley honest.
37.6.
We've got some fast times here, AJ as well.
Possible cut-off time. I would say about 138.2, 138.3.
So you saying that, little beer, means a lot of people have to pull their fingers out their ass. Get themselves moving, because there's a few people that are falling right in the middle of that little bandwagon. You've been quite good at actually predicting.
Right, Haynes is going through. The timing screen's all screwed up. I don't know whether that's an outlap. The timing screen's absolutely screwed. We'll find out in a second.
Just double checked. Yep. That's just in a 5-minute 36 lap. I mean, that's a creditable achievement, to be fair.
Sector 3, coming down the hanging straight.
I believe we've got, I don't know, mate, I'd say maybe even quicker than a 38, you know. I reckon possibly 38.0. Because everyone's so close, and obviously the track's getting better. Johnny Bravo improves above smoke space. No, it's 38.7.
That track is getting wetter.
Oh, I mean, it's not rubbered in, but you know what I mean. Kind of like it's, mind you know, if it's getting full wet, forget what I just said. Clutch goes 12.39.1. That literally will not get the job done. I believe we've got Benny Haynes next, I believe. So we've got the 2 Williams drivers leaving it very, very late. Is Clutchy done that time because of the track getting worse, or is it simply a bad lap from him? I don't really know. Sniper currently in 1 minute 40.1. That is simply not good enough as far as he's concerned. Obviously, that's probably quicker than I can do
Benny,
anyway. So,
what's Benny doing? Benny's coming up to. Where is it? Where is he on track? Oh, he's coming up to the. He's coming around the top end, the international there. Woodcott, I believe.
Yeah, Woodcott, left hand there.
Right.
Yep. We have Haynes down the hanger straight then, and we've literally got to be 5 minutes 43. So I'd say the top 3 will be relatively safe. Weird to see Robbo again and Towley both outside the top 5 here. Is it because of the wet conditions? Now, you know, I know Towley himself has said in the CSR race he had last night, mate, awful. Yeah. And a bit of a spoiler beer as well.
He is out on the outlap at the moment.
The tyres in the wet are terrible. Haynes goes 6th, 38.3. But as we proved in Q1, that really doesn't mean much at this early stage. We've still got a good
wouldn't it be ironic if Haynes, if the timings stayed the way they were between Haynes and Robbo, and Haynes finished in 10th, Robbo would miss out on Q3 by 1/1000th of a second. Just to throw it out there.
I think Rob would pay him a visit, wouldn't he? I mean, as we've heard before, but Rob is on a flight. He's actually going again here, so he's going back round again.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. He needs to get a buffer. He only needs to improve by a 10th or 2 to be relatively comfortable.
Not on the Bingley level at the moment.
Good time by Clutchy.
Bingley's gone back out.
Good lap by Clutchy. He's been pretty quiet for a few races.
I've just seen that. Jesus, he was down in 12th a minute ago. Which leaves Towley in the drop zone.
He is at the moment. Yeah, he's on an out lap.
Clutchy nailing it there. Benny come back into the
pits. The track is quite busy at the moment, simply because the rain's getting heavier. These guys want to get the laps in before the track conditions really do deteriorate. And at the moment, I'm just on board with Robbo, and I can see he's gone 38. He's improved by
37.7.
Over half a second, up to 3rd. So he's safe. That is a safe time now.
I'd say literally break the 38s and you're in. Guaranteed, I'd say.
To the max down the hanger straight.
Syke Zaney as well. We'll go from Syke, and then we'll go to Max. Syke, what's he going to do? Oh yes, 37.5. Get yourself back to the pits. Get yourself back in the dry. That's you done for about 5 minutes. Max comes into the pits.
Oh, Haynes has gone 2nd with a 1:37.5.
Haynes up there. I usually think the rain would make it kind of go a bit slower. When times are going mental.
Yeah.
Towley.
Well, I said what's my cut-off? A 1:38.3. We're not going to be far off that the way it's going.
Not at all, mate.
I
not
reckon.
At all. 5 people have broken the 38s. Like, for Christ's sake.
Sniper and Benny are out. Johnny Bravo's in the pits, just coming out the pits actually on the out lap. Smoke Space is on a hot lap on Sector 1, coming to Wellington Straight.
I'm going to focus on Towley, mate, coming around Sector 2. This will be a title crippler. I know, obviously, a long way to go. Still, including this race, 12 outings left for the
Elite
League.
Wide there. Went a little bit wide there, coming through the cops.
I'm going to go onto the TV pod, which is surely going to piss Haynes off a little bit after last week. Remember that. More cameras, please, guys. We know what we're doing. Trust me. But here we go then. Good that the microphone's working, as mine was just a sack of shit last week on Beer Street. Back down the end of the hanger straight then. Bear knows these corners more than I do. I just kind of race around the tracks. Bear
that's Stowe coming towards Vale and then Club are the last 2 corners.
A couple of the best places to sit if you want to watch the action and catch it live, of course, in real life. Probably.
What's Towley going to do? What's Towley? This is not great. This is not great. He's just squeaked in. 1:38.3. Oh, he's got to go again. He's got absolutely no choice.
Haynes, yeah, that's fair enough.
I think he's okay there. Again, look at the gap between second. Bingley, 1:36.9. He has just destroyed the field by 0.6 of a second.
So Towley did it in the dry.
Wow.
Bingley's done it in the wet. Now, Smoke Spaceman.
Just to give you an idea.
Ooh, Beer, sorry to interrupt, mate. Smoke did go quicker. 100th behind Towley. Cookie Chip is out. He will not get out of the pits in time. So Cookie Chip is done and dusted.
He's buggered. Johnny Bravo is coming through Sector 1. Sniper is coming through Sector 3. Sniper.
Get on board with Sniper then, coming around the final complex now. Is he going to keep it going? Running an overtake on ERS. I would probably put myself on hot lap through this particular thing. Robbo definitely safe there. Through comfortably. Well, I'd say comfortably. There's still a few people to go around, to be fair.
This is quite good. This could be okay. Is he going to get in? No, he's not. No. He's got to go again. He's got enough time. He can go again.
Big improvement, though, Beer. Really big improvement.
Yeah. Benny's going through Sector 2 at the moment.
Bravo still coming round also. Car's getting out of the way of Tally then. I did see that. AJ had to literally swerve completely out of the way at the last second. On board with Tally. Is this going to be enough? Because literally 100th of a second is so easy to find in this track, especially in the wet. All it takes is one.
This is quicker. I think.
Oh yeah, this looks quite good.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not.
Oh, it's easily.
Well, 7th.
Well,
not by much, mate. He's through by about 0.3 at the moment. That is it.
Smoke Space
Sector 3.
Yep. flicking between a couple. Sniper, of course. Matt has had a really quiet session. He's comfortably through.
He's got time to do one more as well if he doesn't get through.
Doesn't need to.
Oh, he's just behind Towley.
7-9, but AJ,
Towley.
Max,
But,
going on laps.
Benny's gone through. Benny's gone through the 137. Smoke's place has gone wide. He's binned it. Ah, unlucky. AJ's going again to the max. Sector 1, Clutchy. 138.2. Oh, it's not quite going to be enough. He's on another hot lap though. He's got enough time
just come across the line, just in time.
Yeah. Johnny
Bravo's
Bravo
out.
is...
The Haas drivers have been bad, man. Not bad, but they've fallen right off in the last few weeks.
Hello, Bish.
Who's Bish watching?
Hey, nice to see you in the chat. What can
Max
Sniper do? He's coming around club.
Max went off. So that is pretty much done for Max.
The conditions are really bad. What can Sniper do? Can he get through? No, it's 15th. It's 15th.
Hell of an improvement again, though. Sniper is really showing kind of signs of great improvement. We've got Clutchy.
We've got Clutchy in Sector 2. He's coming around.
Over, so he's not going to be through.
Cops.
Tally, I'd say Tally would be. I'd say Tally more relieved than happy. I'd say there.
Yeah. I think the issue is that you've seen how the rain's really come down. The track's starting to really wetten up now. The guys are really struggling to find grip on these inters.
All we've got is Clutchy then. AJ is coming around and trying to complete his lap. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Max is done. Of course, he just pulled into the pits. AJ moves. It does improve.
So it's AJ versus Clutchy now. What can Clutchy pull something out the bag here?
AJ put about 500ths of a second on his time. Get on board with Clutchy.
This is going to be. Do you know what?
Looking
this
close.
Is not bad. This is not bad. 136 when the last one. 138.4 maybe. 130. Oh, he's just failed by a tenth. A tenth. Unlucky. Great effort though.
Oh man. How close do you want to bloody be?
That was a good effort. That was a good effort. Look at the times between 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. A tenth of a second between Towley and Clutchy. Just a tenth.
Looking at it from that perspective, mate, half a second once again between. I think it's
so
I think
Towley's I think Towley's sphincter was getting quite twitchy for a little while towards the back end of Q2, and he couldn't nail it. So he'll be relieved. He can go and loosen up that twitchy sphincter now.
But I say no colostomy bag there, mate. I tell you, we have things. It's fucking terrible. I need new material. Anyway, we have finished Q2. I believe Sniper, AJ, Johnny Bravo, Cookie Chip. That's a surprise. Cookie Chip out. Jesus. Clutchy and to the max.
He's been doing some good qualifying performances the last few races. The race itself has not always gone to plan for him, but he has been showing some decent pace during qualifying. So I think he will be disappointed that he hasn't made it into Q3. So you've got to say that's the 5 cars have dropped out. Clutchy, Max, Cookie, Johnny Bravo. Oh, mama, you know I was going to get that one in.
Oh, fucking still doing it.
Sniper. Yeah.
I'm impressed with Sniper. I know he's had a lot of struggles. He does get involved in it. He did, of course, get a 5-second penalty, bless him, for the mid-pack incident. That was around Austria, do you know, where everyone kind of bunched up. He owned up and opened up himself, and that is not intermediate conditions. Look at the state of that.
That's looking a bit damp.
It's looking like it was here an hour ago. That's why I was literally about to message you saying, do you want to do the stream?
So the question is,
the
question I have to ask is, has Syke Zaney been smoking some Jamaican Woodbines? Because he said it's going to be a dry quali.
Unless he just looked at the first 10 minutes.
Of the stream.
That is a possibility.
I think he's been on the Jamaican Woodbines myself.
You're a bit young to be smoking them, young chap. Sort yourself out. Get yourself a fucking Cuban instead. Anyway, let's have a look here. Forrester has said Kai will crash out. Every single stream I've done that Kai's been in, and you haven't, you've always said that, so it's a possibility, I guess.
No, Forrester, I'm with you on this. I've seen these two guys crash out at Britain.
Lennon 10 to 1.
He loved... Yeah. Forrester, Kai loves to pang his car here at Silverstone. Seen it 2 or 3 times. And he does it good. He does it real good. Trust me, seen it.
Before we get on there, he's very quick. When he wants to be, Kai will give you a history lesson.
Oh, I've seen Kai High racing for 5-6 years. Yeah, he's quick.
WOR.
He's very smooth as well.
an unbeaten fat bastard, didn't we? Not going to name them, so pretty much already have. And then we drafted Cayenne, and everything changed. We'll leave that there. But yes,
hello,
let's
Pete.
have a look. PTR, yes, buddy. Would you like to know something crazy? Pete is the guy who set this league up. We all know that. You know what I mean? Got me on board. That is the first ever comment that Pete has put in my chat. Ever. And I've just found out because I'm on the Twitch analytics.
A man of few words.
Apart from telling people to fuck off.
Well, yeah. Apart from Friday night, we actually heard quite a few words off mic with Pete after his debacle around Silverstone. He was not an happy chappy.
Couple for his teammate as well. Yeah, we'll leave that one there as well.
Yeah.
So who?
Well, as I said, his teammate fucked him in the arse. Didn't use lube. Came up it and didn't even say thank you afterwards. That's how bad it was. It was a real job, I tell you. Anyway,
Shag's just come into the party. Shag's just come into the chat. Who may be joining us in F3, so we'll keep you posted on that one.
He is supposed to be commentating in a rival league at the moment.
Ooh.
unless they finish
saucy
their
gossip.
I have no idea.
Saucy gossip.
But
no, hey Shag, thank you for watching, mate. You will enjoy this race.
He is the original fossil. Great to see Shag, the Shagmeister. Mick, nice to see you in, mate.
I generally don't think Pete has. Yo, Forry. Anyway, going back to the live action, then our first guy on track. Now, this is really, really not like him, Beer. Robbo first out. Is that a telltale sign?
And Towley's on the full wets.
On the wets?
By the way. On the full wets.
The only one, of course, doing it so far is Towley. Going to be kind of more of a trailblazer here. It does look like full wet conditions.
At least I hope that's the full wets and he hasn't put the hard compound on because they look the same colour.
Let's have a look. Well, no, he's actually gone round turn one, so yeah, I'll probably say that's definitely the wet tyre. Down the hanger straight now for Robbo. To be fair, mate, I wouldn't really say he's had a disappointing run. I think other people have just stepped up. Because Rob's done the same thing, and it's just obviously he's been caught up with.
Wow, he's just had, joking aside from earlier. Yeah, he finished fifth. That's the one time all this season he's out of the podiums. He's had an amazing season. Mr. Consistency in F1. He has just been so down. Him and Towley, in terms of race results, have been in a league of their own. They really have. 140.8. That's it's like saying it's gone faster. 140.59. These guys will just burn through these tyres. I think they just try and go as fast as they possibly can. Big Lee 140 flat. I want to see what Towley does because of course he's on the full wets.
Yeah, these times are 2 seconds slower. 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds slower. I think.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to stay on board with Towley.
What's the cut-off between the delta between inters and full wets around Silverstone? Shaggy, you'll know. What's the difference between inters and wets around Silverstone?
Raging on lap 1 or 2.
He'll know because he'll know because this is Shag's favourite track of all of them. It's no secret he loves this track. Get racing soon as well. We want to see you racing.
He's here, mate. Germany. Towley goes to midfield. 40.8. We're in the crossover. Gotta be.
Yeah, it's there, isn't it? It's there.
A shout out to the sleeping racer in this league, Benny. Benny with a 1 minute 40.4.
1 minute 40.4. Yeah.
Matt as well. We're seeing, and I wanted to give another shout out, mate. I'm giving shout outs everywhere. I'm going to be shouting down the fucking street at this rate. Smoke Spaceman, first Q3 in 3 weeks. Good to see his name back up here. This guy's had so much fucking bad luck. It's unbelievable. Remember, Austria crashed off. France, I believe, crashed off. Canada crashed off. Most, in fact, all not his fault. But we all go through. Or what's he said?
Yeah. So what they're both shit. Yeah, we know he was in the full. Hey, Shag, do you remember ESR 100% Silverstone in the monsoon? That was shit.
I commented on that one, of course. Smoke coming in.
Yeah, cars coming to pits. I think they're going to switch over to wets. I really do.
It's probably about time, you'd say. One of the worst races actually commentating on that one as well. That Sunday race. Saturday afternoon, wasn't it? Pissing down conditions. Saturday, 2.5 hour stream that was. Hell of a race.
52 laps around Silverstone in the monsoon. That was pretty scary stuff.
AJ, the only one really, I think, making an impact.
Haynes is having the bash.
Oh, Hainsey Haynes come around the final corner.
Which is
What's he gonna do?
141.0, puts him in 7th. Yeah.
Who was that just in the background then? And Tally's just coming to the pits as well. I think Syke is coming around sector 2. We've got AJ
as well.
Sector 1, he's
always
just gone
one
miles
wide.
off. AJ, another one of these guys as well, Beer. Great qualifying, inconsistent race. AJ, on his own admission, has had an absolutely terrible season. Just literally qualifying in the top 5 and then having some form of incident, whether being crashing out or having contact with another car, damage. But it's so many people who
he has still scored points though. That's the key thing.
Yes.
I mean, what's he on at the moment? He's on 21 points at the moment, joint 14th in the league table. So he was 8th last week. His highest position, his highest finish so far is a 6th in Baku.
He will be disappointed with it, very disappointed with it. But AJ has the ability and the kind of patience and the determination to pull himself around. However, remember the bottom 5 people will be racing Friday nights next season. So that is
absolutely be racing. Yeah.
At the moment, racing with you.
What's interesting though, I'm looking at the league table. The guy who's been consistent recently, since as long as he finishes a race, is Haynes. In the last 5 races, he's had a 3rd place, 2 5ths, a 6th, and a 7th, which in this league, amongst this calibre of drivers, is no mean feat. That's shown some real talent, as far as I'm concerned.
Brought him in
Very
Baku, mate,
consistent.
Smashed the podium out. Unbelievable. We haven't actually spoke to him yet, though. He didn't know about podium interviews because we kind of forgot to tell him about them. Who have we got?
But for my mind, guys, for guys watching, the wild card in this race is Syke Zaney. For the guys who have not watched him before, he had a reputation of being a little bit Max Verstappenish on track.
Fucking psycho.
And that's
let's
kindly.
go honest.
but quick. Yes. But he is now putting racecraft with pace to form a much more complete package, and he is I think in a dry race he is a wild card. He has got some real pace. Watch out for him tonight.
Reminds me quite a lot. Though this isn't a direct comparison, but a bit like Grosjean's initial story. When Romain Grosjean come into the racing world, or into F1, obviously, he was deemed a psycho for the first 2 years, wasn't he? But then when he
then he realised he was just shit.
But then he did have a good season in 20. No, he's fucking awful. I mean, some of the cars
he got a couple of podiums, didn't he?
In the 2013 season, he matured, didn't he? And he was challenging for race wins at one time. Admittedly, that's because the Lotus was just completely OP for about 4 races, wasn't it? And Red Bull had a bit of a day off. But
I think Raikkonen got a win in the Lotus, didn't he?
Yep.
That was his first comeback win, wasn't it?
He got 2, didn't he?
It was.
Did he get 2?
Yeah.
Guys in the comments, how many wins did Raikkonen
certainly
get?
got 1. Yeah. How many? Yeah, exactly. And how many words did he say in the interview afterwards? Was it 3 or 4 words? He doesn't say much more than that normally.
I was going to say more. Was one of them probably more? More words to that effect. Robbo, coming around sector 2 then, just starting off sector 2, the old final corners, and he is going to need to be higher placing than 6th position. Right. Tally, ironically, is level on. There's only 0.03 of a second on him.
140.826. Yeah.
On the wet tyres. Bingley on the inside.
Comes flying down there towards. The cops. It's nicely done, yeah. Showing a good light. He's not obviously nowhere near flat out through there. Coming up towards the 3 S's, Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel.
This is why I love this league as well.
The exit onto the Hanger Straight.
So many people in this league just watching. Everybody engages in the chat. I mean, we've been in leagues before where people are just silent and just sit the fuck up. Oh, Penels, welcome in, buddy. You're late. Well, you're not actually, before the race start. It's yellow flag in sector 1.
Of course, did you know? Actually, Dan Pennells has famous relatives. His brother Jason is a well-known artist in the well-known Northampton group, the Silverstone Wrecking Crew. Did you know that? Yeah, it's true.
Love you, Dan.
140.1 for Robbo. Good time.
That's impressive. Oh dear.
Yeah, just 4 100s down on Bingley.
But yes, mate, we have forgiven Jason. Obviously, depending on beers, probably give you a bit more different fucking outcome on it. Smoke space on. What can you do then? Up from a 140.1 goes into 140.7. The track seems
that's
more
not bad.
acclimatised to the wet tyres.
Well, they've got one, but this is their last chance now. It's do or die now. We're getting very close to getting our podiums. Incidentally, Matt did not come out. He has stayed on the Inters, and he didn't come out. He's in the garage, so he's not going to improve. He can only go worse. Kai's retired from session.
I think that might have been terminal damage, but we're going to have a look at Towley.
AJ's on the inters still.
Tally fourth. Tally fourth with the chance at another run. 1 minute 40.4.
He can
for
go
Tally.
again, yeah.
He can. All these guys going again. Robbo's done. Robbo's done. He's not going to improve anymore. So Robbo 40.099 is going to be the best he can get. AJ's gone out on inters. That, as you said, that could be a bit of a mistake. Unsure at the moment.
Well,
who's closest to finish?
Well, the thing to look at is look at Bingley's time was set on the inters with the 1:40.05. The pole time was actually set. It was early on. It was set at the start of Q3. He's retired. He's not. He thinks that's enough. He thinks that's enough. What can Benny do?
Well, do you reckon he thinks it's kind of the wrong tyre, possibly? Maybe not, he's had enough. I mean, it could be kind of a bit of both. Who have we got coming round? Sight come round sector 3. Right, so the times are going to begin to flow. Matt, of course, is already...
Here we go.
Here we go.
Sight's the man.
The mad
what
rush.
can he do?
This is the mad rush. Sight's only his first pole position, I believe. Did he have last week? I believe it was. Or the week before? One of the two. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm rambling. Sykes Zaney, what can he do then?
He's got it. Yes, he's done it. 139.9. Sykes taking pole. Provisional pole.
Who else have we got? Smoke Spaceman coming around next. Haynes,
and
another one you've got to look out for.
Haynes as well.
Spaceman up to 6th. Smoke Spaceman up into 6th position. I believe we've got...
Right, Towley.
AJ on the inters.
No, here comes Haynes.
AJ we got, mate. AJ, Benny's also got to come round again.
Who's first between Towley and Haynes? It's Towley.
AJ, what can he do on the intermediates? Oh, yeah, okay. Definitely the wrong tyre. It's Towley. Towley's here. Towley's coming round, and 4th.
And Haynes, here comes Haynes. Last corner.
Do Haynes.
140.01, third.
Haynes' highest qualifying position in RRF1, but it's not over. Benny leaving it late. Benny leaving it late. Oh my God, are we going to get pole position from Benny? Imagine.
Let's see what he can do.
Best qualifying for Williams beer of the season by a country mile. Usually one of them gets knocked out in Q2, if not both. Benny.
No, not quite. It's close. It's close. I think he's second or third.
Wow.
Second. Yep.
Sykes Zaney. 1 minute 39.9. Benny, welcome back.
Well.
Oh my God.
Message from Kai there. Didn't think the times would improve with the works. Kai. Yeah, I mean it was to be fair, Kai. It was pretty close on crossover at the start of Q3 from what we could see in terms of the timing screens.
What?
So, anyways,
look at that.
That's our Q3 lineup. We have on pole position Sykes Zaney, second Benny, third Bingley, fourth Haynes, fifth Robbo, sixth Towley. That's going to be a good battle. Seventh Smoke Space, Matt in eighth, Kai in ninth, AJ is in 10th. Pos, can I go for a quick ciggy and then...
Do you know what? I think we can both do it. Let's leave him a bit of silence.
It's going to go quiet. Keep on chatting away. Don't forget in the chat we are RRF1. RRF1.
Whichever one you want to go. Also, before I head off then, guys, top 3 predictions. You got 2 minutes. Back in 2.
Yep.
Sorry for the technical difficulties there, guys. I got booted. Oh, dearie me. I am back. I did see it literally just programmed out for a thing. I saw it return me to the main screen, and yeah, we're back. That was amazing. Yeah, yeah, all you have to do... Yeah, I got booted as well. Just get back in, buddy. Good.
What do we do? Leave the session and come back in again, yeah?
What does it say to you? Not enough people to race.
Spectating. Yeah.
Yeah, you do it and click on it and then click spectate again, mate. It'll do it again. It booted me as well. There you go.
Now, as you can see, Codemasters in fine form, you complete and utter bunch of fuck nugget developers.
Yeah, I mean, my internet for once is fine, so no issues here. Stream's fine, so just blame the game. Do you want an invite beer, or do you want me to be good for now?
No, come in, mate.
Right then, let's get the chat going. What have we got here? So let's go, Williams. We've got some hype for the team. So obviously,
hey, there's a dark horse from Lennon. Okay, clutchy for the win. Ooh, brave Dan.
That is wow. Part one of bottle job.
Part one.
Good qualifying. Good
Come on,
qualifying.
Syke, you can do this. You can do this. You know you're capable.
That top three from Lennon, that will take a lot of carnage. That will take a lot of carnage to happen, but
well, what I'm interested in is the fact that the grid is not in its regular order as such, because we've got Denny and Haynes up there.
We've missed the fact as well, dear. We've missed something. They qualified on inters. They can go on whatever tyres they want.
Yeah, we're going to see some mixed strategies, I think. Obviously, it's a one-stopper. It's mediums and softs. No need to use the hard tyre unless you've had a prang on lap one and you want to then go to the end of the race. It's just a straight one-stopper, weather permitting, of course.
And the race director spoils everything. I'm revealing to everybody what the tyres are now, just going up and down the list so you guys can see.
I'm still on this waiting for... Hang on, I've still got an issue, mate. I've got a waiting for players. I'm stuck on that screen. I can't
nope,
get anything else at the moment.
That's perfect. Oh, if you press start, it lets you go to race director. That's the only reason why I've done it. You are on the right screen.
Okay.
Amazingly. Not amazingly for you, amazingly for both here.
Always makes me doubt my ability to even commentate an F1 game because of their lack of talent in coding. Just give it to somebody else. You know that makes sense. Let's have a decent F1 game. Sorry, Cody's, but, hey,
you
won't be watching the stream anyway, but if you do, you need to start looking at what you're doing.
So we are
let's have enough about whinging.
No, we're gonna give ourselves some self-appraisal. 21 viewers before the start. Jeez Louise. By God. And here's a name we haven't heard for a while, Beer. SF1's The Dark Mark. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thank you for watching. V and K, I don't know who that is, actually. Usually shows up. XX, A-Base. Anybody who hasn't followed, by the way. Oh, go on. Oh, yeah, I've just seen that.
I was going to bring that up. Turn one. It's actually dangerous for two ways. First of all, the track narrows. It does. If you've been to Silverstone, you'll know what I mean. There's actually a dip and then a narrowing before you go through turn one. And also, it's probably the fastest turn one off the start on the Grand Prix circuit, because the guys will be flat out through there. It's a very, very fast corner. At full race pace, you go flat out. You don't even lift off or anything. You go flat out through there. So that is why there are a lot of accidents here at Silverstone, particularly at turn one. It's a bitch of a corner at the start of the race,
especially if you're on the inside on eSIM racing. It's an absolute bitch. Lennon, hopefully these guys have delivered 9 unbelievable races so far. Whether we've had 10
or last week,
18.
Yeah,
last week was ridiculous.
Last week was stunning.
Absolutely ridiculous. And it was readied up normally, and nobody readied up, so that's what we like to see. Skillen, by the way, mate, I've got points proof. Skillen didn't make it in. Skillen did not make it in. Internet dropped the clanger. So unfortunately, we haven't got Skillen, which is really gutting, because Skillen was.
Our pole sitters on the mediums, just to let you know. Benny's gone for the softs. We've got the top two on different strategies straight away. Bingley's on the mediums. Haynes is on the softs. Robbo's on the mediums. Towley's on the softs. Yeah.
Now this worked. This worked for Towley, didn't it? If you remember, what are we thinking? French Grand Prix? No, was it France?
That was Bingley, wasn't it? At the French Grand Prix, we got the strategy to work so well.
Yeah, it was Bingley. Sorry, forgive me. Towley's done it as well. I can't remember where the bloody hell he did it round. Anyway.
Was it last week at Austria?
It was. Towley.
It was,
Oh yeah,
wasn't it?
he didn't win, did he? But he did get. Yes, that's correct. It was Towley. He did it in the. He did do it. Type of quality commentary you guys have witnessed.
Speech and pediment. That's the one.
Are you diffing the lisp? Anyway, I do have a lisp as well. I'm not taking it at people with lisps.
Get in mind.
Oh, psych with heavy braking.
You're
allowed to do it.
Muddled.
You're allowed to do it. He's the race leader, mate. Everybody else has got to
It's the whole idea to get some heat into your brakes, get some heat into your tyres. It's all legitimate, as long as it's not dangerous.
Of course, and we have seen some rather crazy driving from people in this league so far, but the last few weeks have been absolutely
the funniest one
brilliant.
I've ever seen. It wasn't a formation lap, but it was when Grosjean binned it last year in Baku under the safety car, trying to
blame Ericsson.
Heat in his tyres.
Blame Ericsson. It was Ericsson's fault, man. How was it Ericsson's fault?
It was Grosjean being a typical French butt monkey. Sorry, French people.
Sorry, France. You now no longer like RRF1. The F doesn't stand for France, by the way. Obviously, no plug.
Actually, no, I'm not sorry at all. I hate the French.
So we have then, guys, got 16 drivers live and in colour here on the RRF1. It may as well be called the RRF1 fucking channel, barring a couple of Final Fantasy walkthroughs I do. But obviously, you have got a lot more content coming up. But fuck the rest of the content. This is the place to be tonight.
Here we go.
Go on, Beer. Do your stuff.
4 lights, 5 lights, and it is nothing. Go!
We've got a couple of.
And Haynes has got a great start. Benny's got a great start. I think Benny's taken the lead going through turn 1. He has. Benny's taken the lead. Zany's straight there. Benny with those soft tyres. They did what needed to be done.
Oh,
it's all good so far. Cars have got through.
Very
clean,
good.
Looking down the
AJ
grid.
a bit wide. AJ's got a bit wide there. Coming out turn 3.
He's going to have to let the other cars go through. That's going to cost him positions there. He has to let them through.
And he has very intelligent driving there by AJ, as we've always said. He's very. And Syke goes a little bit wide.
Oh, Syke's one wide, and that's going to allow Robert to come around the outside of left field there. Can he hold it around the outside? Oh, he's going to run wide. It's
really respectful by
Syke.
Really respectful by Syke.
Yeah,
it's so easy to veer back across the track, isn't it, into another car? And look at Haynes. Look at Towley in the background.
Haynes having a look at Towley. Yeah.
Benny was one of the great starts. Haynes actually fell down a position, I believe. Let's go quickly onto position changes.
What a great start Towley got. What a great start Robbo got, considering he's on the harder tyre and Towley was on the softs. He just didn't get the start he wanted.
Oh, not again! It's smoke off again. Spaceman off again.
Yeah, there we go. So I don't know if he's been in contact there. He's got no damage. That's the good news. The car is fully intact.
Is it?
Bingley on side. Bingley's.
Let's go up here. Sorry, mate. Go back to the main action. Look at
Sacre bleu! Yeah, can't stand the French, mate.
Go on, Shaggy. By the way, Shag, this is a league. I invited you to join last night. Hopefully this is a really good advertisement for you. We've got a bit of action going a bit back further down the field.
Kai on Matt.
Having a look on Matt. Yep,
Matt as well.
That's the one I had a look at. Literally following the front group. And there's a Force India all over the back of Clutchy. Cooking Chip goes for a move up into ninth, but Clutchy holds it very nicely round the outside. Bit a move that you alluded to, Robbo, getting the move done on lap last lap. Obviously, it's only been 2 laps in the fucking race. But it's a track, Britain, where you can hang it round the outside and have a lot of success.
Well, I mean, at the moment, Robbo has become the race favourite all of a sudden.
Towley and Bingley.
With his start.
Towley around the outside.
Yeah.
With Bingley. Soft tyre for Towley.
He's done it. Bingley's got through.
Cookie on clip. Once again, hashtag grammar. We've got a huge
Haynes on Towley. Haynes on Towley at the inside. Going through cops.
Haynes Towley.
Towley's a bit wide, though.
Oh, look at Haynes on Bingley. Haynes on Bingley.
Yeah, it's on Bingley. Yeah,
Robbo,
that's what I'm on. Sorry, my mistake.
No, I actually said the same thing, mate, even though I was watching the cars. And the names were on the screen.
Still no DRS at the moment.
Nope, so this is all going to be about pure straight line speed and slip.
Haynes is going to draft Bingley.
Look at Haynes on Bingley!
He's got a good toe. He's got a good toe. He's going to the inside. It looks like Bingley's going to have to. He's swinging around the outside. I think he's going to have to yield there. Bingley went a bit wide there.
Trailer Park gilling it around the outside. Look at these two. Good yield there by Haynes.
I was on board Haynes there, and I think Bingley had all 4 wheels off. I could be mistaken, but I think he had all 4 tyres off the track.
one for the debating, guys. If I did actually miss it on the stream, so forgive. I had a shit camera angle, mate. I was on board with Haynes actually at the time, flicking between the two, and I couldn't actually get that. That is obviously one for debate, of course, Beer, isn't it? Jono had a nice little start there, up into 12th position, by the way, Jono. Borderline points.
Yeah, Robbo, Benny's going to stop. He's going to be becoming vulnerable soon as DRS is activated. Robbo is catching him, and Robbo's going to bring everybody else along with him for fun. Everyone else doesn't have a DRS toe all the way down to 12th.
Tally needs to get the move done, mate, doesn't he? He needs to get past Syke. This is an absolute key part of the race for Tally. He has to clear Syke on the harder tyres. He absolutely has to. Otherwise, Robbo will begin to run away. And look at Rob as we go back down the field. Bingley and Haynes still all tied up together. 3-car battle there, and
well, this is what surprised me about how poor a start Towley got compared to Robbo, considering Robbo's on a harder compound.
To the max has just done Cookie Chip from nowhere.
Good move there.
Up at a 10th. Well, it was from somewhere. He was literally right behind him. A battle there. But Sniper Ages had a cracking start as well, mate. Up at the 12th. So this is looking really, really poised. Robbo.
And that was after
Robbo.
That was after a bit of shenanigans. Yeah, Robbo's taking the lead. I think around the outside. Benny's going to hang it in there, but I think he's going to have to yield here.
Benny's done Robbo.
There's been an incident there. I'm going to record that.
Yep. He's recording, mate. Oh, racing incident. Absolute racing incident.
Got
my
that.
God. Owen Haynes has just cleaned Robbo out and caused carnage.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Absolute carnage.
He's gone. There's contacts force India down the back as well.
Robbo. Cookie Chip.
Robbo's got the penalty for severe. Oh, now was that because of what Haynes did, or what? I'm not sure.
Should we remove it possibly?
Oh no, wait.
Look into it.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, wait
Haynes
to see some
completely poleaxed Robbo. Completely poleaxed Robbo. Benny obviously down to 7th.
Poor Benny. Yeah, he's got some.
Towley.
Has he got damage? No, he's good. He's good. Benny's good. There's no damage. But it's just compromised the race.
Towley is hit
again. He seems to get a lot of luck, doesn't he? Kai's just made a move on. Matt's just made a move on Kai.
Look at the elevation.
Clearing Kai on the harder tyres.
But as we always say, when the incident happens, I've got to say respect for everybody for just getting on with it. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's going to be heated. Kind of Shaggy's comment of OMG really sums that up, really, doesn't it, Bear? But you know, a lot of these guys are the best. We got pretty much some of the best on Xbox. They'll get on with it. It's the top league we have here in RRF1.
Right.
It's designed really just to see and make sure that obviously these guys know they've all been in incidents before, you know, and nobody's immune to it. But the top 3 now, of course, seems to have an advantage. Look at
the max on Kai.
Great minds think alike, eh, isn't it? Straight to that incident, straight to the action.
Yeah, I think Max has got it here, and also Haynes is having a look back at the inside of Kai here.
Is that Haynes? Oh, it's Benny.
Yeah, Haynes is through.
That's Benny.
Is that Haynes? Oh, it's Benny.
Benny.
Sorry, yeah, Benny.
Same car. Oh,
they're
clutchy.
Both
Opportunistic. Kai pits. Kai damage. Damage on Kai's car. Tally for the lead there. Tally overtakes Syke. What a bloody start to this Grand Prix.
Of course, it's hard to work out the difference between the Williams because, of course, they were both involved in that incident, weren't they? Both Benny and Haynes.
Indeed, and literally involved in the same part. Yep, Lennon summed it up. Can't wait for the comments on posts on this one. We'll let it ride, guys. That's what we do at RRF1. Let it ride. Let you guys have it out. There's no point keeping emotions in, as we found out before.
Well, Robbo's going to be spitting feathers. He's down 13th now. He's got the mediums on, so
that is his saving grace, isn't it? The medium tyres is his saving grace at the moment.
21 laps. It's a stretch, but yeah, it's doable.
Mate, he's not actually pitted. He didn't pit.
I thought he started on this. Oh, that's right, of course, yeah. And that's,
so Robbo does have a saving grace here. He can potentially, well, he won't catch up. Bingley, and we've got a top 3 battle here. Syke has not left the back of Towley here, and Bingley's been dragged along for the fun. Matt,
well, I'd say just on the look through the timing screens here, just to give you an idea. If I can get this damn thing up, there's actually.
Oh, here we go.
Robbo's only 12 seconds behind the leader. Yeah, Zeddy's taking the lead again.
Syke on. So Syke takes the lead over Towley, but I think this is going to be kind of a swings and roundabouts thing here with the amount of DRS this track kind of holds. But yeah, you were saying, Babe, Robbo's not really. Obviously, he's going to have to get through a lot of bloody cars.
Yeah, but he's 12 seconds off the lead. That's it. That's doable. We can recover this still.
If he does, by God, then rightful claim to be. Well, he's obviously in a rightful claim. Syke with a penalty.
3-second penalty.
So early. And there was a lot of penalties handed out during that section, by the way. A lot of penalties, but.
Well, these 3 are away now.
Oh, huge crash! Huge crash!
Oh, is it?
AJ spun it, and Sniper took evasive action at the last second. What a bloody spectacular spin there from AJ. Jesus Christ, we're having everything.
A new wing.
And he's gone for the hards, yeah, you called it there, Bear. Hards. This is just simply now for Cookie, and Haynes makes a move up the inside of Clutchy. Nice camera angle for a change.
No, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. It's not done yet.
These two had a little bit of handbags last night in the CSR race. At this corner, funnily enough. Oh my god!
I think Haynes has got the line now coming into Cops. He should have a line going through here.
Yield?
Yeah. He's going to have to yield there, otherwise there's going to be an accident.
He did.
Well, Clutchy's just got to now just sit in tight between Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel and get the DRS toe.
Kai wounded in this race, mate. He's down in 15th place right now, going to the end, you'd assume, on the medium tyres. Cookie Chip in the same boat here on the hard tyres. You do not want a two-stop round here. It is game over if you do. And we've got another battle back there between Jono and Robbo coming from the field.
Making a move.
Benny has done to the max. Benny back up at the 5th position. We're going to go back to Robbo.
Robbo's 3 to 11th.
Kind of biscuits and tea there, mate. Straight up to 11th place.
To the max on Benny.
And Jono pits. Jono pitted. We're going to go back up to... They're going to battle for 5th position. Huge, what did you call it?
To the max just through.
Going back up to the top here.
He's taken Benny.
Top 3 still locked in a absolute three-way battle. Matt is having a nice little comfortable race. Benny into the max as well. Still,
Towley needs to clear Zaney. He had a nice bit of fortune with the Robbo, Haynes and Benny debacle, but now to maximise his good fortune, he needs to take Zaney because he is on a softer tyre. They're going to burn quicker.
He's only got a couple lap window, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'd say that. Well, the windows are set from about 8 to 11.
I believe because they didn't do any laps, did they? They didn't do any laps in qualifying on them, so you might be able to push 12. Longer. 12 at an absolute pitch. You'd imagine. What a start to the British Grand Prix, guys. Different from what we've actually seen so far. There's actually been crazy incidents. Don't often get it. And look at Benny and Haynes, the two Williams drivers, running in 6th and 7th. Of course, Haynes involved in the Rob incident, but still managing just about to get through.
Benny got collected in that, didn't he?
He did.
He got collected up in that, yeah.
Him and Robbo had the little touch of wheels. Both managed to get back on track, and then it's so hard though, Beer, isn't it, when you see a car going slow and you're fully committed, going down towards a corner. It happens. Like I said, incident. We'll obviously deal with it after the Grand Prix. Top 3 still pretty much in. You called it, Beer. Towley's got to get this move done. Syke is going to be a demon later in this Grand Prix, as is Bingley. Bingley's
Robbo's all over the back of Sniper now. Robbo, in fact, Sniper's running wide there, going through. What's that?
Second to last corner, was it?
Left field, up towards Cops.
Yep. What a fucking start! Jesus, AJ running down in 12th. Another dismal display for him. Smoke actually back.
Towley can't clear Zaney.
Possibly lower downforce.
Exactly where it needs to be.
Lower downforce as well.
I know what Towley's running. Towley's running a 1.8.
Yeah, 1.8. 8 ballast usually Towley, isn't he?
Because he stole my setup. Do you remember?
The practice race on Thursday, man. Oh, the banter everywhere. Fucking hell. Let's have a look here. Lennon says in the comments he spectates for one night and it falls apart. It ain't fell apart, mate. You've got a couple of incidents. These guys can man up, and Sniper has been overtaken, by the way, by Robbo as we are watching the front battle, and has a penalty as well to boot. Robbo into the points again.
Right, now can Towley make the move? Towley got a better exit there out of Chapel. Can he make the move done? He's moved to the inside. He's making the move to the lead. Syke sweeps around the outside, leaves a bit of room there. Towley just tucks him behind him again. Towley's going left and right, trying to... Well, I think he's just trying to put him off a little bit, isn't he? He's just sweeping around, trying to put 3 seconds out. He's just sweeping around there, trying to make sure that Syke spends more time watching his mirrors than he does the track in front of him. The
baiting tactic, isn't it, really? The baiting tactic, trying to bait him out.
Senior Fossil. I do believe he will be. I'm not sure, though. Unfortunately, it's going to be a slightly new experience for you, because Fred Flintstone has now retired, mate, so he can't be your teammate anymore.
Fucking hell. Oh dear. But yes, mate. Car, I'll let you know in the week. But other than that, you will be
Towley on Zaney.
Towley straight up the inside. This is his best move.
Yeah.
Syke though.
Zaney's holding his line. I think Zaney's still managed to hold his line. Great defensive driving there. Towley's going to have to go all the way back. I don't think he can. Not right now.
Defensive driving.
Great defensive driving by Syke.
Unbelievable by Syke.
I enjoyed that. Wow, that turned me on watching that. That was just out of the beer and kebab book of defensive driving, the big red blob.
I remember them days in the Ferraris way back in the day. Wasn't there, but I've been told about it. Haynes really lost the back end there, by the way. There, Bear running down his 7th position, just behind Benny, getting a little bit impatient behind his teammate here. Will Benny let him through? There is such a thing as team orders, but obviously these guys are fighting for individual honours as well, so that's the thing you've got to balance. Bingley looking close on Towley here, so Bingley may have a little bit of a run on Towley. I think the gap's a little bit too big, yeah, about 4 tenths per second it was, down to 2. They both got DRS. All stays the same. Benny has been overtaken by Haynes, so I'd
Haynes and Benny. Yeah, these two, of course, trying to get their races back on track again. These two, of course, they were qualified for top 3. Outstanding jobs done. There was an incident which caught Johnny Bob the 3-second penalty. There's an incident with Robbo, not Robbo's fault, I hasten to add, which dropped them down the grid. Of course, it affected Robbo even worse, but Robbo's on a good recovery drive now. He's up to 10th, he's cleared AJ, he's cleared Sniper, and he's cruising up behind Johnny Bravo now.
Hoping for some carnage up front. Robbo undoubtedly saved him a couple of little jobs on him.
Skinny and blobby, yeah. It's got a certain nature, isn't it? We're sort of polar opposites when it comes to physical size.
I reckon he could be twins.
When it comes to racing talents. Well, no,
Vito and Schwarzenegger.
In racing talents. No, he is just, you know, he is so slow. He gets lapped by a sloth. But moving on, no, I'm just kidding. Actually, I tell you what, I welcome Mustafa Shag to racing on, because we've had some absolute belters over the years, and I look forward to more.
The thing you've got to always remember about F3 as well is it isn't always going to be perfect. You know, obviously a lot of the guys we have are bringing them in, they are brand new. I mean,
oh, don't I know it?
You know more than most.
Yeah, we've all had some instances this season.
Obviously, Beer, I know you've had a lot of emotion in this season yourself.
Everyone's getting better.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's getting better. That
was my follow-up point. And even you said, obviously, with the podium interview around Britain, as Bingley gets a little bit closer to Tally there in the background.
Yeah, going around,
you can appreciate, can't you? I mean, obviously, people have had it, and Tally's pitting. Tally's been in them off lap 10. Mediums will go 16 laps.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, it's about right.
You did call between 8 and 11, and I believe we have, who's that? Matt's following him in. So yes, mate, and yeah, all the soft runners coming. Obviously, Benny has to go another lap. In that case, William, thank you.
That's going to help Robbo. That's going to help Robbo because it's going to give Robbo some fresh air.
And a good few people that he's overtaken as well. So who is Rob behind? Bravo. Rob needs to kind of make a little bit of an impact on Bravo now. Currently both on the medium tyres, so this is literally flat out racing between the two.
Yeah, he has been cruising up behind him now for a couple of laps.
Shag, sim tyre settings, but they've kind of like, oh, I just see a leave session. I didn't quite see that then. I did see something pop up at the bottom. Let's have a look at the stream quick.
Yeah, Cookie Chip has left the session.
Oh, we bring him back in. He is quite a way down. I'm not sure if that's a rage quit or not.
Yeah.
I'll do it quickly. I'll do it for you. I've got it here. There you go. Quick pause.
Sniper and Smoke Space are in the pits.
So those guys are going to be switching onto the mediums. I did invite Cookie Chip to party, so that's going to be quite an interesting one.
Yeah, Towley is in some nice fresh air now. He's got a 7-second gap to AJ in front of him, so Towley's running in clean air.
Johnny Bravo
and
Cookie, accidental party invite, mate. I meant to set the game invite. Sorry, bud. Begging me pardon, mate. No, absolutely my fucking fault, mate. Total dickhead over here. There you go, Beer. Called it before it even happened. Robbo is
Johnny Bravo on Clutchy.
I'm watching that, mate. I was actually watching it.
Behind Clutchy now.
Another pit to Benny. And Max. Forgive me there, mate. Sorry for cutting across.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So we've got Bravo, Clutchy. Yep, you are right. And then Robbo is mate, Robbo's driving like a fucking cyborg. Have you seen the lines he's taking?
He's got to do it. Yeah, he's got to do it. He's got to race like he's out of off his tits, basically. Which we also know he can do. Not that he races off his tits, but you know what I mean is he's going to go for it. He's going to absolutely go for it. He will probably still be seething behind the helmet after what happened earlier on. And when Robbo is seething, he tends to race rather quickly.
Quite fast. Probably a good way to put it. So Towley is just there. Let's have a look at the Max.
But to get back on the podium, just to let you know, to get back on the podium, he needs to clear Johnny Bravo and Clutchy quickly.
Immediately. And that's just before kind of clearing the guys who he's going to be racing on the softer tyre with, of course. We've got to look. I think, would you say that top two are out of reach? I wouldn't say so yet, to be fair, mate. Wouldn't say so yet.
Well, no, because of course they've got a pit yet, and Townley was right with them. So when they pit, Towley might well have an undercut. Of course, you've got to remember though, his cycle thing will be going onto the softer tyres, so that might negate any undercut that Towley's made, because Towley now, I believe, is on the mediums, going to the end. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So Max having a good race. He's made his stop. He's only 6 seconds down on Towley. Also on the mediums. He's having a good race. Yeah, we go.
Clutchy, and Bravo's done Clutchy. Bravo has done Clutchy. And Robbo's having a little look at the inside too.
He's dragging Robbo along for the fun now. Robbo, will he make a look here? Will he go for this? He'll probably sit back and do him on the Wellington Straight, I'd imagine.
Probably the best way to do it. Kai is overtaking Benny, by the way. Well, they're together on track. I think Kai was in front of Benny, so I'm literally just watching this battle here.
Clutch is going for DRS1 at Johnny as well, though.
Kai!
Session.
10-1. There you go.
Forrester. He's on the mark.
Still it. Oh my God, he's exploded.
Forrester called it at 4-1.
Look at that on the right.
Forrester called it.
Forrester called it. Clutchy and Bravo side by side. This isn't going to do Rob any favours. The Clutchy and... Well, mate, do you know what? It's unusual to say this, but they are racing for genuine position. There's no pit stop.
It's genuine
any
position,
of them so far.
Absolutely.
They don't have to get out of his way. Just, obviously, the
absolutely not, no.
Bingley is on the back of Syke as well, by the way. Cookie Chip didn't get back in session, unfortunately.
Haynes on that. Haynes just taken that.
Oh, Cookie Chip, mate, had screen freezes. Bingley up the inside of Syke.
Yeah, just seen. I don't think he's made a stick, has he? Yes, he has.
Yes, there was a little bit of contact. I believe that Bingley did get the move done legitimately, though. So Bingley up into the lead of the Grand Prix. John
Robbo on Clutch on the inside. Coming around the Haggis, coming around Stowe. No, he's not quite there. He had a good long look.
Probably best, Clutchy. I mean, Cookie, sorry. Yeah. Probably best. Benny with the penalty.
Benny with a 3-second penalty.
An 11th. That, of course, will change once all the pit
stops.
Here comes
Robbo on Clutchy. Now, the interesting thing is here, has Clutchy got within the second? Has he got the DRS? I think he has still.
Surely.
On Johnny B.
7/10 activation. I don't know if that was legitimate.
Okay, yeah. Robbo's going to have a look. What's his Force India like with straight line speed with Robbo's setup? Can he clear him going up the Wellington Straight? That's the question. He's been stuck behind these two cars now for quite some time. He's going to be getting frustrated. He's having a look at the inside, but Clutchy, I think, has got the line.
Clutchy, by the way, is having a fine race here, by the way, in the background. Clutchy's doing a good job.
He was all right in qualifying, to be fair, didn't he? He said he had a good qualifying session. And initially, I think it...
Was it half a tenth he missed out by Robbo?
Robbo's having a look at the inside.
This is a mighty move.
Going in towards Cops.
No fear. They go side by side. The Maggots and Beckett's for crying out loud.
No, just coming into Maggots and Beckett's now.
Oh, Robbo yielded just. Jesus Christ. Balls of steel, you do that. But this could be very tactical because Clutchy has lost the DRS.
Clutchy's lost DRS. Great ones think like. Here comes
biscuits and gravy, mate, this, innit? There you go. Meat, drink, biscuits, gravy. What the fuck you want to say?
Yeah. Couldn't hold
straight
him
into
there.
Fourth position.
The DRS.
Come into the pit window now as well, Beer. 15/16 as the medium tyre cut off.
Yeah. Towley's showing his pace now on fresh mediums. He's dropped 4 seconds to off AJ's gap. He was 7 seconds. It's now 3.1.
AJ pitting. AJ's done enough of that for the moment. He's pitting on lap 13. That's going to be, or 14, sorry, I believe it is. Should be okay, especially at the end of the race. The track being a little bit more rubbered in. Haynes has overtaken Matt as well in the pit stops. May I point out as well there, Beer? So Haynes.
No, that was a on track overtake. That was.
We actually forgive me.
I watched a couple of laps. Yeah, about 2 laps ago, I think it was.
I will simply say good effort then, and apologies. That side, Bingley still 7/10 of a second in front of Saxony. As we are now just over half distance here at the British Grand Prix, guys. Round 10.
I'm just going to try and do some quick mathematics study for. See, Robbo, even when Robbo comes out the pits, he's going to come out in 10th.
I think he will, won't he? Let's have a look up to the lead.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah, he'll come out. He'll come out in 11th actually. Oh, no, 10th. Sorry, 10th. He'll come out in 10th.
Still,
fresh tyres,
how bad he was.
He has got some.
Yeah.
He's got to do some serious work to even get into. I can't see him finishing. As it stands at the moment, I can't see him finishing any higher than 6th. And even that's pushing it.
Tyre as well, won't it? But he's going to have to. The thing with the soft tyres, Beer, as we both know, You have to get your moves done quick, as we see Johnny Bravo into the pits. Robbo has now got fresh air. Syke pits as well. Syke's got an undercut on Bingley here, Bear. This could be interesting. Towley as well.
Right, Syke's going to have to try and get some kind of undercut on Bingley.
Syke onto the soft tyres, the second person.
Syke and Towley. I want to see where Towley is. Towley's coming around the final corner. Syke's still coming out. This is going to be nip and tuck between these two. I said they're going to be close.
He's done him. He's done him,
yeah.
But he is on the softer tyre, Syke, so this now is hard work time for Towley to keep ahead of Syke.
But Towley does know from earlier, when he was on the soft tyre, how hard Syke was to pass when Syke was on a harder compounded tyre. This is not a given that Syke's just going to cruise up and blast past Towley. It could happen, but it's not a given.
Ironically, we've got the big three, as we comment on, Bear, in the top three. Very, very different circumstances to how we predicted it.
Well, it's hammer time now for Robert, because he's going to be pitting in the next 2 laps. He needs 2 outstanding laps before pitting.
Let's have a look at the tyres.
Because he might just be. He might be able to clear possibly Clutchy, Bravo, and Benny. He might be able to clear them if he can put in a couple of real stunners.
Benny,
about 30
I think he'll
seconds.
get Benny. I think he will get Benny.
Yeah.
Going to be. Here we go then. I'm going to.
He's pitting, right.
Keep your eyes peeled on that one, Bear. I know you will. Racing guru, as you say. Always keeping an eye out for the best guys. So let's have a look here. And that wasn't me doing a mockery. You got to believe it. You haven't raced Bear on track. He's a fucking pain in the fucking arse to overtake. Anyway. AJ's cruising up behind Sniper as well. Smoke Space, the quiet race, apart from that spin earlier, but he's catching Jono now. He's within DRS of Jono. Some good banter in the chat. Must have a Shag saying he was a shame he races at Forrester's races on a Friday because Shag would have kicked Forrester's arse. You'd be on that green again, haven't you, Shaggy? And we move to the action, mate. Robbo.
Robbo has
come out
10th
really far down.
Yeah, no, I did say 10th. You
did say 10th. I thought you might have got him. Yeah. That pit thing is absolutely shocking.
It's about 34, 35 seconds. So he's on a faster time. But looking, there's 9 laps left. Who can he clear? He can clear Clutchy, Johnny Bravo. Yeah.
I'd say aim at 7th,
after Matt, it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
After Matt, it becomes very difficult because he's going to be trying to catch some quick guys.
And to point out, guys, we did also say, I think I made this prediction correct, which I'm quite buzzing. Syke did jump Bingley in the pits, so we didn't get him by much. Bingley put in an absolute stellar out in lap, by the way. But Syke did get him, and he is now on the back of Towley for his first win.
There's only a second between the top 3 cars at the moment, so we've got a real ding dong now. And in fact, here comes Towley on site. So they swapped positions actually. Zane was slightly ahead on the timing screen for about a second, but Towley's recovered.
Sniper AJ, big battle for 12th, but we're not going to watch that for the moment.
Yeah, that's allowed Billy to just cruise up really close behind Syke Zane now. Towley's got to be careful. There's always that possibility of a double DRS overtake.
Yeah, Lennon has brought me to light. Good eyes, Lennon. Legend for what Robbo had the 5-second stop go through the collision with Cookie Chip.
Yeah. He still would have. He wouldn't have. It'd a clear Clutchy, I think, possibly.
Just.
And that'd have been about it.
3-horse race for the lead of the British Grand Prix. Ironically, the same 3 who had the 3-horse race for the Austrian Grand Prix. We're getting some continuity here. In fact, they're in the same fucking order that they were in for the British Grand Prix. Or the Austrian Grand Prix, sorry. So we have then got just under 8 laps to go, or just over 8 laps to go then, in the RRF1, the British Grand Prix, round 10. As we see some Bishop saying you have to kick, Shag has to kick all your asses in F3 first. Interesting. Haynes has done to the max.
Fat chance of that happening.
Haynes did to the max. Going through the old first corner again, babe. He's made a good few moves through there. Haynes showing incredible confidence. I mean, sometimes, babe, when you do have an incident, it does sometimes knock your confidence, so you get a little bit, what's the word for it? Tentative? This is me speaking personally. If I have an incident, I get completely tentative. That's the word. Much better word.
A bit apprehensive going to corners, yeah, absolutely.
Haynes not showing that at all, no fear. So, very, very good. Sector 2, that is... Who is that? I don't know, but there's a constant yellow flag. Smoke Space.
It's like
Jesus
Zaney,
Christ.
129.2. Quick lap. He is so close on top. These cars, there's 3/10 covering all 3 cars, top 3. That's how close it is. Just 3/10. My God, what's happening to this race? It's remarkable. Johnny Bravo, fastest lap, 129.1.
It's
next season, they'll be getting a book for the fastest lap, won't they? As of next season.
I'm not calling bullshit, but I'm calling bullshit. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, people have differing views on it.
It's just basically
for the
it's basically for it's for the Mickey Mouse cars low down the grid, isn't it? Really, I think.
Yeah, but they probably still won't be able to get the fastest lap because they can't keep up with the fucking faster cars on shit tyres. So they're fucking going to work that one out.
I saw Alonso do it, didn't he, last season somewhere in the shite car?
Kai, I believe, he's just said in the chat there that he had damage from the incident from earlier. We don't know, Kai. We're still obviously waiting to hear, or we'll hear back from, obviously, feedback from the guys when it comes in. We only saw the incident, and the cameras weren't exactly brilliant.
Message from Shag there. What track is next? So the answer to that is the track after this one. Good answer.
Fucking hell. Brutal.
It's Germany. It's Germany.
The track of corner cutting bullshit, as you found out, of course, in the performance race.
Performance,
a bit of I forgot to mention. You'll be getting a dual stream. Me and Bear streaming our points of view. Performance Wednesday. Check it out. That's just there you go. Plug for you there. So
there you go.
Good track, he says. That's why Kai pitted early. That does make sense, and obviously that's probably why Kai blew up in the end. But we see here we still have a battle for the top 3. That is Cookie Chip's AI, by the way.
I'm not going to say what's been said in the chat. All I will say is, give it a rest, Jurassic Shag.
Oh dear, Shaggy, call everyone in the. Shaggy's in like the 1% of the age population. You know what I mean? He can call everybody junior and get away with it.
He is. Yeah.
Hashtag fossil. We can get away with it.
For the records, world's oldest living man. In fact, living is kind of pushing it a bit as well.
Haynes hasn't dropped to the max though, Bear. He's not dropped him.
No, that's close to 3/10 between that gap.
It is good to see the Haas cars back up there. They've had a really, really shit time of it recently, as we mentioned before. They're all up psych. That penalty could be absolutely huge.
Oh, that could be costly. That could be costly. Now, I think these cars are sort of, they're almost playing a sort of game in cat and mouse. Wait and see what happens. There's still 6 laps to go. What's going to happen?
Do you really want to make a move yet?
Yes, because go for it. He's making the move. He's swept through.
On the soft tyre, Tally.
Now
it's not over yet. Tally's still with him.
Oh, I think Tally's going to have to yield here going into club. He has to yield there, otherwise there's going to be an instant. Yeah, he's yielded.
There's no opportunity for what's it called? The switchback. That's the one. No opportunity for a switchback, is it? But he's got double DRS now coming up, or at least one DRS unless he gets this move done. Look at Bingley just sitting there
so carefully.
Bingley's just sitting there, mate. He did this. I think ironically, he's pulling off the Tally tactic from Austria, just sitting there waiting. Remember, guys, these guys can check for penalties. All you have to do is ask Jeff. You will fucking trust that prick anyway, but all you have to do, there you go, Benny, 3-second penalty. They come. What a race, man. Jesus Christ. Here
comes Towley on Zane. He's facing a look at the inside. He doesn't take a look, he just sits back. Then he's going to have to go defensive, but again, it's getting hard for Zane because he's going to get disillusioned soon, because unless he can clear Towley, and I'm not being funny, I can't see that happening. Towley's driving solidly.
Towley did this in Austria as well, as we mentioned, a couple of times.
The key thing with 5 laps to go is whether Zaney can break the DRS toe. If he can break the toe, then he's got a chance.
He's going to have to do it in the next lap. He's going to have to do it in the next lap.
Yeah.
Literally in the next lap, maybe a lap and a half. The soft tyres, they may be all right.
He's doing it. He's doing it. Well, he's going to get close. Oh, Towley's made a slight mistake there. Bingley's going to make a move. Towley got a terrible exit out of Chapel. Here comes Bingley on the inside. Towley's going to hang it in there.
All 4 off the track, but he was still in front.
That was off 4 of the track. Well, yeah.
I think he was still ahead anyway, I believe. I don't think there was a position change there, but no. I'd say really respectful time by Bingley. Letting him back on.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that's going to help Zaney now to pull out a bit of a gap. He's already pulled out a couple of tenths. For the simple fact is Towley and Bingley are fighting. They're scrapping.
Psycho, of course, with the penalties early on. Of course, we don't check penalties, so it kind of adds to the fun at the end, doesn't it? We don't kind of go, oh, he's got a penalty, oh, he's fucked. We generally don't know, as Cookie Chip's AI has just gone absolutely fucking flying off the track. That was quite amusing. Jono and Sniper having a little battle. We'll watch this a quick moment. Really, really close to the back of him. Jesus, switched back onto Sniper. Battle for 12th position. Do you know what? There's no points on offer. There probably won't be any points gained. And I want to say, mate, Robbo has done, let's face it, not much. Robbo's still in 10th. Catching Clutchy all the time, but Haynes with the penalty. That could be big for his race. He's battling to the max, of course. I don't believe I've seen to the max's name come up here. Maybe once. Syke is only half a second ahead still. Tally will need these tyres just to hang on, of course. He's going to be on at the end of the race.
To the max on Haynes, they're so tight. It's just a 10th now between the two.
Watch that battle quick. To the max, an incredibly consistent race. Has just had bad luck in the last couple of weeks. See how close that was. Fucking hell. I'm going to stick on that battle at the moment because the front three have just spaced out a little bit.
Close enough here.
He's running overtake. Battery's low though. Look how low down his battery is.
Well, he's having a look at the inside. Not going to make it. He had a little look.
Speaking of Williams, mate, Williams on Haas again. Benny has overtaken Johnny Bravo. Benny's done Johnny Bravo.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. He's dropped down. Robbo's moved up to 9th, and he's 3 seconds he's behind Johnny Bravo. Syke Zaney is trying his best. He's just set a fastest lap of the race and has pulled out to a second. He's almost broken the DRS toe. In fact, he has done.
Is Tally going to get it? Tally has still got it. Just. That must have been a thousandth of a second, Beer, because I saw it literally flip to a second. But, I don't know. What? Oh, man. Almost losing my trail of thought. There's that much action going on at the moment here. But to be fair, the guys have really, really recovered. We've had a couple of races this league, Beer, I'm not afraid to admit it, that have been shit shows after a pile-up. These guys have put on a clinic. Again. Another clinic. Obviously, we know there's going to be a few people pissed. But we'll deal with that.
The thing is, even when we have the shit shows, it's entertaining. From a spectacle point of view, it's entertaining. You know, it's better than the real thing almost. But now Syke has broken. Syke has broken the DRS toe now. So Tally's going to be under serious pressure now from Bingley. He's lost. I'm sure he's lost the DRS. He has.
Yep, he has.
Lost the DRS.
Couple of attempts off. What can Bingley do? This is a moment when Bingley just needs to pick his moments here. He just has to pick his time. Literally line himself up for a move. No point sending it down the inside in a... Well, there's no point me saying that, but they're not going to do it anyway. And look at this, Haynes and to the max. Side by side, to the max, hangs it round the outside. Haynes is not giving it in. He will now be on the outside line, which will switch to the inside. Max has to get the move done here, and does.
He's done it.
Up into 4th position.
Great move.
I'll have on the back of him again.
Bingley on Tally. Bingley on Tally, just so close.
Back up top.
10th of a second between the two cars coming up towards Wellington Straight. I think he's gone for a slingshot round. I think he's going to get the great exit here. He went for a slingshot to the wide line in.
Oh, he has got more momentum. Look at that.
Slingshot. Yeah. He pulls out. Wait, he's got this. Surely he's got this.
Surely to God.
Goes defensive. Yeah. He made the overtake and then went defensive immediately, which has got in the position. Great move by Bingley.
Bingley up into 2nd place. It'll be these 3 guys on the podium, you'd imagine. Still got a fair distance left in the Grand Prix to go, just under 3 laps to go now in this British Grand Prix. Jono and Sniper did have themselves a double corner cut penalty as well back there. AJ 12 seconds off the points. Clutchy is still over the back of the Robbo here. Jesus Christ. Clutchy having a great drive actually in 10th position. Really, really quiet drive. Ding dong.
Just in the kitchen making a quick cup of tea.
Ding dong. So Syke Zaney then leads 1 second clear of Bingley, who was put half a second on Tally. Tally does have DRS from a fair way back. Max and Haynes, they are 4th and 5th still to the max, having himself a very, very solid drive there in 4th position. Good to see him back up the field after a few shit shows.
Haynes on Max again.
Oh, how the hell is he?
Haynes has got it.
Back. I deliberately didn't look at it because there was a huge gap.
He sent one up the inside. Great move. Bingley with 1:28.9, fastest lap of the race. He's trying to catch Zaney. He's on for a race win here.
Bingley penalty.
Bingley 3-second penalty. Ooh.
On lap 25.
We've certainly seen Syke and Bingley, I'm sure, up in the penalties. Not sure about Towley yet. You never know. This could be another amazing. This could be interesting. This could be really interesting. Going to say no more. Stands Johnny Bravo on Benny.
Here we go, 1/10 of a second. A guy we haven't mentioned here, Beer, Matt.
Solid race, 6th place.
6th place, yeah.
Kept it nice and quiet and is doing the job done. Now we're going to watch Johnny Bravo here. He's going to make a move coming up towards left field.
So.
No, he's not this time round.
He's going to be in a hell of a position to keep his line sorted.
And Robbo, sadly, has not been able to make any impression on these two at all.
Just a bloody dying, crying shame, isn't it, really? I mean, would have been, look at the race we were due to have, but then you forget about it. Benny was also affected by that as well. Benny was literally on course for a hell of a drive. But, as we say, Abba's clutchy with a penalty. Robbo, I don't think he's got a penalty, so he may be able to move up a couple of places at least anyway.
He did have one, but he served it in the pits with that 5-second stop-go.
Correct. So, well, yeah, barring corner cut penalties. Let's have a little look here. 0.4 of a second. Oh, look at this! Last lap.
Bingley sets the fastest lap, but Zany's right on him again. Bingley's got the fastest lap of the race now. John has got a 3-second penalty.
So the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, this is like bleeding deja vu. This isn't it, Beer? Syke and Bingley.
Oh,
and
Bingley's going for that slingshot around again. Zany took a similar kind of line, but Bingley's going to, if he gets a good exit off here, could cruise up behind him.
He's gone defensive.
Zany goes defensive. Has he gone defensive too early? Could Bingley swing around the outside here? I don't think so. Zany knows what line to take.
Back.
No, Zany's gone for a defensive move. They're going to be side by side.
Side by side on the last lap.
Zany's just got the advantage at the moment. This is so tight now. It all depends who's got the balls on the brakes going through Cops. Who's got the balls? They both have. They're side by side. Oh, there's almost contact there. Bingley's got it now. I think he's got it. But Syke's going to have the DRS back. No, I think Syke get it back.
I'll have me some of this too. Guys, in the comments, driver of the day, fucking put it in there now. For the max big penalty, but that's not the interesting point here. Bingley has pulled off a worldie. But has he pulled off a worldie?
He hasn't yet. He hasn't yet. It's not all done and dusted yet.
4 corners to go.
Is Syke going to send up the inside here, going into
the outside?
It's going around the outside. There's no room there. There's no room
behind
there.
him. Tally behind him.
Bingley and there we go. I think Tally might have
Tally's done it.
Tally's got it. Yeah.
I
didn't want to say anything, viewers, but I knew Tally had it because he was clean.
Little bastard! You fucking knew all along, didn't you?
I did. Well, that's why I did say a few laps ago. Zany had to clear. Had to get out a DRS tow.
Matt's jumped off Robbo 5th
on penalties. That's the penalty count back. That's the penalty count back working there.
Well, it's weird.
Purely on penalties. Yeah.
Fuck, you'll take that. You'll bloody take that. Ironically, he finished ahead of Haynes, which is quite ironic. Benny down to 10th, the big loser there. Sniper AJ coming
disappointing.
Behind him. Yeah, Robbo's left already. Oh boy, here we go. What an unbelievable race. We've said Benny's gone. Yeah. Oh, can't wait for this one. Cookie said Matt, driver of the day. Beer, thoughts before we bring the guys in? It's hard. I don't know.
It's a tough one. I mean, Matt didn't do anything wrong at all, which is always good. Robbo's a good shout from Lennon there.
I must not have one, mate.
Driver of the day.
It's mental.
That was a beer and kebab type recovery. That was Lennon. If you see me racing an F3, you know what I'm talking about.
Every race for the first 6.
I am going to go for Robbo, and I'm going to give an honorary mention to Mustafa Shag as the troller viewer of the day. Yeah, Robbo's my driver of the day. Here we go. I said it.
Clips coming in already. So top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Towley grabs the win on penalty countback. Bingley second, Syke third, top 3 different order from last week. Matt fourth, Robbo superb recovery drive, of course, gets 5th.
Can we give a tie? Can we give a tie?
Yeah, of course
we have to make a decision. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tie it. Matt and Robbo. My drivers of the day. Joint driver of the day, Matt and Robbo.
I'll match you. Haynes in 6th. The Haas drivers 7th and 8th, of course. Good drive, good recovery from them from the last few weeks. Clutchy in 9th, Benny 10th. AJ pretty much sour performance from wasn't it?
Yeah.
11th. Sniper in 12th. John the final finisher, of course. And ironically, Cookie Chips AI didn't actually get classified as finish, which I've never seen before happen. So we're going to go and bring in
the championship table, by the way, folks, now, 6. Towley, I believe, takes the lead in the World Championship.
9 points? 9 points, isn't it?
18 versus 25 versus 10. Yeah, takes the lead by
15 spread.
9 points. We have a new World Championship leader.
For the first time this season, may we point out. What a crazy, crazy, crazy fucking race. Good luck on the feet, good luck on the... Yeah, this is going to be a fun couple of days for you, Elite League stewards. That's why I don't fucking do it. Lovely jubbly. But obviously, guys, audio check. Make sure all you guys get your audios included. And I will simply say congratulations to the top three. Obviously, controversies all over the place, but still one absolutely cracking drive, one classic ending. And it's like deja vu, this. Third on the track, claiming first on penalties. You kept it clean, Tom. Tally, congratulations, mate. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, basically shit myself when quality started to rain. I know I haven't got pace in the wet, so I honestly thought I was getting knocked out of Q2. Got quite lucky to get through to Q3, started 6th. Knew I just had to sort of try and keep up with the medium runners because the tyres were very similar pace-wise, and just try and not get a penalty. But I've got to say to Syke, that was one hell of a race, mate.
Just absolutely remarkable. I mean, when you were down in, when you obviously... Actually, I'm going to retract my question. How come you started on the softs, Tom?
Because they were fresh, because they were brand new. If it was like, if I had done quality on them, I wouldn't have gone for that strategy. I would have never started on the softs. But because I knew that it was a fresh set of softs, I had to go to lap 10. I knew I could push without worrying about tyre temps.
Yep.
So, and to be honest with you, that's what I thought Bingley and Rob might have done, as well as Syke, but they went to the mediums, and I was a bit shocked to start off with, especially when Rob just shot off in the lead. But yeah, happy with first. Puts me top, so can't complain about that.
Top of the table first time this season. Now, obviously, we're going to address the elephant in the room. From your perspective, the incident up front of you, what happened? Obviously, you had a very good view of it. Robbo and Benny. And obviously, the complete utter carnage that happened after it.
To be honest with you, I couldn't quite see what happened because they were already on the exit of the corner and I was on the entry, and it's sort of off camber. I couldn't quite see what happened. It looked like it was a bit of a side pod glitch.
Robbo might say it was a screen freeze.
Possibly, and yeah, it could have been a screen freeze.
I don't know.
Intriguing. We'll get to the bottom of that. We were looking for the scoop, but if we do get the scoop, we will keep you in the loop. Boom. Respect. Absolute shit jobs. But anyway, fucking total content robbery. Yes, Tom, top of the table for the first time. Germany, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've got good pace in Germany. The only tracks I'm really not looking forward to is Spa, Singapore, and USA. The rest of the tracks, I know I've got a good chance of doing well, getting podiums. But those three tracks, I really struggle with.
So, good tracks coming up, and obviously, after Germany, we are having a week break. We will announce that, of course, officially on the page coming up. We've said it a couple of times this week, but so obviously, one final race before we have a week off. We'll simply say, Tom, congratulations, and I'll hand you over to Bear for any further questions.
Well, I noticed when you were having that ding-dong battle with Syke there, you used some of your player unknown battlegrounds tactics. You know, peak right, peak left, peak right, peak left. You know, worked quite well for you. Most impressive. Yeah. Now, so one question. You had not a great start. What happened? Were you just stuck behind a car? You know, at the time you just seemed to not really get off the six, considering Robbo went flying at the start.
I didn't want to lose my wing, mate. I was trying to be a bit cautious, knowing full well if I could just stay with him till DRS, it was sort of like spread out a little bit. It would just be trying to pass one car, then rather than passing three cars in one go. So yeah, it was just all about preserving the wing. The pit stop around here is ridiculous, so I knew if I had to pit twice, it was game over.
Yeah, it worked well in the pits, doesn't it? Because obviously you had to pit early on the soft side. I picked out lap 8 to 11. I think he came in on 10. And then when you came out, it was pretty good. So I think you cleared Zany initially, didn't you? And then he came back. He was on nicely bedded in softs, but you pushed pretty hard. You got the admittedly with penalty count back, but hey, who gives a shit? It's a win at the end of the day. 25 points in the bag. New World Championship leader. How do you feel going towards the journey now? Do you think it's yours now? The rest can just not bother turning up? What are your thoughts?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, I can't think about that. It's, as I said, like, I've had 2 lucky wins now. Last week was lucky, this week was lucky. I just tried to make sure I didn't get any penalties and try and snatch a victory. Um, one of 12 people can win a race. It's ridiculous how fast everyone is. So yeah, it's just take one race at a time, and just hope I get through without being damaged and no penalties and sneak a couple of podiums.
Absolutely. Well, you hit the nail on the head there. Because in regarding the closeness, because we noticed in Q1 there was half a second between second and 12, I think it was. That showed how close it was. But that side, fantastic drive, consistent as always. That's what it's all about. Consistency is the key to winning championships. You've done it again. Great win. Congratulations. And I'll hand you back over to Pos to bring in Mr. Bingley.
Bingley, congratulations again, mate. Kind of exactly the same scenario, just you and Syke have swapped places this week. Second position. Pretty simple one, mate. Just talk us through your race, because you had a very, very fun race all the way through.
Yeah, it was a very enjoyable one, to be honest with you. I struggled a bit at the start. I just couldn't get the mediums to work. Obviously, I was staying with most of the people, but just didn't have the pace. And then the tyres started coming towards me. And then as like Towley were just down the battle, I was just staying behind him, so there's no need for me to get involved, save my tyres a bit more. And just tried to have a clean race, to be honest with you. Tried not to get any penalties until like the 25th lap. Typical of me. Yeah, it was a good race.
I think Beer called it at the time that it was going to be huge and decisive, and obviously it's proved to be the case. But that I believe now is, I think it's 3 in a row podiums, Bingley, correct me if I'm wrong, or 4 in a row actually, because you had one in Canada as well, didn't you? So 4 podiums in a row now, momentum's starting to come your way. A lot of points to make up on Towley and Robbo. But obviously third is there for the taking. Do you think, over the next 11, do you think you'll be up there? I was going to say, do you reckon you'll be back in the fight by the end?
So if I keep on taking points every single race, maybe like 8-10 points maybe every race, which is very unlikely, and I could get there, but we'll see. I'm not going to give up, obviously, but
an amazing race from yourself, mate. And just simply say 18 more points, and I will simply say I think a lot of the guys in the comments will back me, and Beer will also give me that was the best battle we've had all season, that battle at the final lap. What an amazing bit of feat driving by all of you. Amazing overtakes, but just amazing both sides. You know, no contact really. I think there was a little bit of a nudge by one of you over the course, but just really, really good driving. And congratulations, and I'll hand you the beer for any further questions, mate. Well done.
Yeah, I haven't got any questions. It's just some observations, really, Bingley. You had a difficult start to the season in many ways, but you've really got it together in the last 4. I think sort of 4 podiums on the bounce now. I mean, it's still a long gap to the top 2, but you've shown in the last 4 races that you can hang out with the very best of them. I mean, obviously, who knows what can happen between now and the end of this season in terms of disqualifications, retirements, whatever. But going forwards, next season, you must be really fancying chances next season.
yeah, I mean, it's just that start of the season. I mean, them first couple of tracks I do really struggle on them. So it's only really me what I could blame myself, because I know I'm faster than Tally and Robert, and it's like Ziny at the moment. I mean, it's just me messing up. I know I had the pace. It's just my mess ups which caused me. So,
okay, cool. Well, I haven't really got much to add, because you do just have a solid race, as we've seen for the last few weeks. So all I can say is congratulations again on a very, very solid drive. 18 points in the bag. And, you know, the guys in front, Robbo and Tony, they can't afford to fuck up. They know now they cannot afford to fuck up. You're there. You know,
I'm there.
You're capable of beating them. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
And now to third position. Now, I'm actually going to reiterate, I'm going to start off where Bear just finished. Another person who is now there is Syke Zaney, our third position man. Congratulations, Syke. That's 2 podiums in a row now. Finally getting some form of consistency. Fantastic drive again today. Really, really good overtakes. Really respectful driving as well. Defensive. But talk us through your race, mate. Because, once again, like Bingley, it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I keep bossing the races with penalties. It's just fractions with me at the moment. I just keep extending by millimetres, which is kind of annoying, but not too fussed in the end. Qualifying was a bit interesting. I decided to completely change the setup, loading into Q1, and decided to YOLO it, but it kind of worked with the pole position. Then didn't really get any grip off the line, which is surprising because I've been struggling with my starts recently, just been booking down constantly, and then the slipstream just basically kept me in the hunt the entire race.
I've not honestly got too much more to add, because other than the fact of the final lap, did you think you'd be able to kind of get Bingley, or was it kind of, because I know you went very, very defensive very early on lap 26, or lap 25 I think it was, wasn't it, when you went to the inside, just coming towards the end of Sector 1. Do you think you could have held out a little bit more, or was it just kind of, did you know that you had more penalties than the guys behind you, and you just wanted to kind of put on a bit of a show, or, you know, one of them, or were you kind of resigned to where you were going to finish? Tell us your kind of thoughts about
I know I had more penalties. I kind of hit my wheel when I got the second one, but I just ran out of fuel. I was minus 0.1, so I was just trying to go offline to reduce slipstream as much as possible. That was basically the pure reason, because I either overfuel the car and run out halfway through the race, or underfuel the car, and yeah, I just have like 10 laps at the end. I can't seem to find a balance at the moment, so I was pretty just trying to break the slipstream, because I was running out of ERS as well.
But an absolutely solid performance again, mate. So yes, of course we will definitely hand you over to Beer now, site. But once again, mate, I'm actually going to make a point to say most improved driver over the first 10 races. So congratulations, mate. You've got your pace, but now you're showing some consistency as well. And keep it up, man. You will be in a similar position to Bingley of catching back up with the top guys. So keep it up, and I'll hand you over to Beer. But congratulations.
Well, solid 15 points. In many ways, deserve better. I haven't really got a lot to add because Pos asked the question. I was going to ask about whether you could pull away towards the end there, so you've already pretty much answered that. But I noticed you made a comment in the chat. Part 1 of Bottle Job over. Were you affected by nerves during that race?
Not really. It's just every time I seem to have a good qualifying, something always happens, or even if I have a bad qualifying, something happens in the race. So it's either 50-50. I can't seem to get it full swing on the good luck side. So
you definitely started to put that bad luck behind you now, aren't you? I mean, some of it probably you might have could have been of your own making earlier on in the season, perhaps to a degree, but you seem to be putting that behind you. You've gone from being quick, but perhaps interesting on track, to now just being quick and safe. And that's what Pos, I think, was alluding to, the fact that you are the most improved driver in this division beyond a shadow of a doubt. Certainly since I've been watching it and streaming it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant, mate. Sorry to cut across. Exactly what I meant, Karama.
No. So, I mean, how do you feel actually? Do you just feel, do you go into the race now feeling confident, knowing that you can push these guys?
I felt like I could push everyone since the start of the season. It's just, I think I was being a bit desperate with my moves because I was qualifying quite a low down, like China. I didn't even set a lap and was kind of desperate to get past everyone. So a bit of impatience probably came into play. But now I'm just more calm qualifying and get my laps together. Just in a better position for the race.
Cool. Well, you showed good pace, both obviously race pace, also qualifying, even on the inters and the wet. I think it was the wets in the end, showed some damn good pace there. Anyway, for me, congratulations, 15 points in the bag. Next time, it's going to be 25, I'm sure.
Where do we crash out on that one?
Tier 1 stuff for that. Yeah, taking it over from Beer then, to wrap up the stream, guys. That was RRF1 British Grand Prix. I've only said that 17 times in the fucking stream. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on Thursday. There is going to be a stream Wednesday. Me and Beer are doing a co-stream of performance. That's just a bit of a spoiler, but you know, if you're interested in watching people going around with performance-based cars and watching me effing and blinding about how shit my driving is, feel free to tune in, or watch Beer because he'll probably be doing the same thing. Or we'll probably just wipe each other out just for a bit of fun. But anyway, no, we're not going to do that. We're not. It's going to be streamed live on my channel. Myself and Mr. Dragoon are going to be back Thursday 8:45 GMT. I want to say congratulations to the top 3 and the rest of the guys that finished. Commiserations to the guys who didn't. From BK and myself, Pos, all the best, much love, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye for now.